Suze, I cannot encourage you strongly enough to check out that site, to go watch this movie. And I understand that we want to get these theaters filled, but also at some point you can do it online. So I'm going to have Dinesh explain.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
Scammers, stalkers, criminals. Tired of being their targets? Take your privacy back with Incogni. We remove your personal data from websites across the web, making it harder for them to reach you. Because if they can't find you, they can't harm you. Get 1 year of Incogni Unlimited for 55% off today at Incogni.com. That's INCOGNI.com.
Time to go to work. Welcome to Artesia Bulldog Football on AM 990 at 93.7 FM KSVP and online at KSVPTV.com.
And looking for the snap. Snap is back. He's looking to throw the ball. He's going to throw the slant, and that's caught. And that's a touchdown. Too big, too strong, too much.
Myers just shoved, he just kind of waved him off of him, just kind of busted him with the shoulder pad and just kept running.
Tonight, your Bulldogs are back home at the world-famous Bulldog Bowl, taking on the Desert Warriors of Santa Teresa. Bulldog Football on AM 990 and 93.7 FM KSVP and online at KSVPTV.com is presented by Abo Empire, Artesia Animal Clinic, Artesia Credit Union, Artesia Ford Sales, Artesia Historical Museum, Artesia Plumbing and Heating, Artesia Public Schools, Big O Tires of Carlsbad, Bulldog Outfitters, Buckhorn Productions, Kane Electric Supply, the City of Artesia, Deans Incorporated, Devon Energy, the Eddy County DWI Program, Edge Safety, Faith Baptist Church, First American Bank, Ben's Country Market, First Church of Artesia, Forest Tire of Artesia, Guy Chevrolet, H&R Block, Hermosa Church of Christ, Hawker & Sons, Incredible Printing, J.S. Ward, J&J Home Care, KC Light Tower, KFC of Artesia, La Fonda, Lois Oliver, Mac Energy, Major Supply, Nels Floral, Permian Construction, Pressure Services, Reliable Tent, Remax Axiom, Smile Expressions, Southeast New Mexico College, Cape Branch of Artesia, Turpinning & Sons, Western Bank, Wilbanks Trucking, Trans-Aero Medevac, Amigo Machinery, Artesia General Hospital, Bob Reed Pest Control, Central Valley Electric, Eastern New Mexico University Portales and ENMU Roswell, Moppin and Brown Dentistry, Pecos Valley Equipment, Roswell Seed Company, and Trustmark Roofing. Now, your Artesia Bulldog pregame show.
Hey there, Bulldog fans. Joby Hodling here with KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com, and it's Friday night. We've got the Bulldogs at the top of the hour here on the pregame show, though. We're joined by the AD and head coach for Artesia Bulldog football, Coach Jeremy Maupin. And Coach, before we get into tonight's game, let's talk a little bit about last week. You guys remain undefeated in district. You got the SEC of 5A football, big district, 8-team district. But talk about that win last week and how that motivated or how that pushed you into this week.
Yeah, I mean, Lovington's a really good team with somebody we expect to be playing again, later on in the playoffs. And, our defense came out firing right from the very beginning, scored our 5th touchdown in 6 weeks on defense. And really proud of those guys, really kept us in it in the first half because we didn't fully show up on offense to start the game. And then really just kind of what you want in Artesia football is we got a lot of kids we play, and so that third and fourth quarter, I feel like we just dominated in all facets of the game and just really kind of wore those guys out. And that's what we want when teams are playing guys, in several positions and all over special teams. And so really proud of our guys getting that win and continuing to win in district, and excited to get going again this week.
Well, Coach, I'm going to use a term that I hear all the time, and I think I'll use it right, and I know it's not, but Santa Teresa having a tough year. I know that they work hard, they play hard, but they're having a tough year. They're in a tough district with us. sometimes a team might get a little lax, might see it as a trap game, but I don't think you guys see it that way. Talk about how practice has gone this week to take on the Desert Warriors.
Yeah, I mean, we talk a lot about, if we want to be the best team that we're going to be, we're going to play our best football no matter who we line up against. And this group is, unique in that really this week, like you'd think there may be some back off of practice, but they've gotten after it. And we've really pushed that in practice this week. And so our guys really are just excited to line up and get to play football. And, if we go play the way we should, then everybody on our team should get a chance. And that's the good part of this week, is that it kind of pushes some of those other guys that to work a little harder this week and to prove a little more, because they want to be able to play too if we do what we're supposed to. And so it's been a really good week, and our guys are excited to get after it tonight.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about Santa Teresa, and maybe I think next week is off week. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So talk a little bit about Santa Teresa. I know we'll have Coach Costa in here in a minute and talk about the scout team, but just briefly talk about Santa Teresa and then how you're going to run next week, the off week.
Yeah, I mean, they're the poor guys. Their quarterback's a really good player. Actually, against Roswell, he broke one early in the game, about a 60-yard run. Got tackled on the one and came down awkwardly on his arm. We've heard collarbone, we've heard broken arm, but he won't be playing against us. And so he can move the ball, and he's been their starter for a couple of years. And so, hate that for those guys. But they're, hopefully they can find some, rally around the next guy, and we'll see. It'll be kind of a new guy. We saw him a little bit last week, but they play hard, and they play harder than honestly they have. Even the last couple of years, they have some athletes. They have a kid with some college offers on the defense playing safety for them. And so they have some guys that's just kind of getting everything pieced together. And our game plan was pretty simple this week, to just go, attack and be tempo and stay after these guys. And we're excited to get to play.
Go ahead and let the fans. We probably won't visit next week because it is your off week. But talk to the fans a little bit about how you and your coaching staff approach an off week. You've got Roswell the following week, and Roswell's you guys have gone back and forth over the last few years, but how does an off-week program, or how off-week go for the Bulldog football program?
Yeah, everybody calls it an off week but us. It seems like everything gets packed into that week, But it's not a no practice week.
Right.
We made that clear every day. We've talked about it in practice this week, like, hey, you better be there every day. If you're not, you won't play Roswell. It's not off week. We do limit practice time a little bit so we can heal up. We're probably a little quicker on the whistle, so we're not, being as aggressive in our tackling and things that way. But we still get after it and go. We do have the Zia game got removed to Monday night. Our quarterback club always does kind of a dinner for us on Tuesday nights. We have a Thursday night JVB game, so we still have a pretty busy week. We do a parent breakfast for our parents on Friday morning, so it's still a pretty busy week, and we kind of add in all the kind of fluffy stuff on the season that people love, and while still making sure that we get 2 weeks to prepare for Roswell and the rest of our district. So it's a fun week. It's a good week to kind of rest up and get our guys healed up a little bit. We got some bangs and bruises from the first 7 weeks of the season, but it's also a week that we got to get better to go play Roswell. So it's kind of that double-edged sword, but our guys usually do a pretty good job of getting after it in an open week.
I'm really glad you clarified that, because there's probably some folks out there that think, they get to take the week. When I say off week, and when you say it, what we mean by that is there's no game.
Yeah.
There's not a football game on Friday night, but some people might think, they get to they don't do any practice, they don't do any work, and you guys obviously do.
Yeah, we've had parents be like, I thought it was off week, we're going on vacation. You're
right.
Like, no, it's not that kind of off week.
It's
no game, but it's a really good week. This will be the first weekend that those guys haven't had to come in on Saturday, and so there's some healing and things that happen when you get some rest and get to spend time with family. And then the flip side is when we're at practice, we're getting after it.
Right. So. All right, Bulldog fans, stay right here at KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com, as we've got Coach Acosta coming up. He's going to talk more specifically about Santa Teresa, and then after that, we will have some Meet the Bulldogs, and then, of course, at the top of the hour, right here at Bulldog Bowl. And if you can't make it to Bulldog Bowl, hope you're already there and you're just watching this on your device. But if you can't make it, stay right here at KSVPTV.com, KSVP Radio. Go Bulldogs.
Hungry for flavor? Since 1965, La Fonda in Artesia has been serving up some of the most inventive New Mexican dishes around. From rich, slow-cooked red and green chili to sizzling carne avocada, every bite is tradition with a twist.
That chicken enchilada plate, so spicy, so comforting, just what I needed.
Come visit us at 210 West Main in Artesia or call 575-746-9377. We're open Monday through Friday from 11 till 2 and 4:30 to 8. Closed on weekends. Treat yourself to something local. La Fonda, where flavor feels like home.
Don't miss the Fall Festival of Savings this week at Fenn's Country Market in Artesia. Select varieties of banquet pot pies are 88 cents each, and boxes of Food Club Fudge or Dark Chocolate Brownie Mix are 2 for $2. In produce, bags of Dole Garden Salad are $1 each, and fresh yellow, zucchini, or Mexican squash are $1 a pound. In the meat department, chicken breast or tenders are $2.49 a pound, and Boston butt pork roasts are $1.77 a pound. These are just some of the Fall Festival of Savings this week at Fenn's Country Market in Artesia.
Dean's Inc. of Artesia provides a superior choice for all your electrification, communication, and supply needs with a vision to be the premier industrial electrical service provider in New Mexico and West Texas, providing unparalleled quality in supplies and service with highly skilled and conscious personnel. We pledge to our customers to exhibit the utmost in integrity and reputation while providing superior quality in all we do. Dean's Inc., located at 409 Commerce Road, or online at deansinc.com.
Home healthcare is healthcare in the comfort of your own home when you cannot care for yourself. Home care services can help someone who has chronic healthcare issues, medical setbacks, or health impairments. J&J Home Care has the best skilled nurses and therapists for any of your special needs. So why pick a stranger to care for those you love when you can pick your beloved neighbor with over 30 years of experience? J&J Home Care is here for all your home care needs. Call us now at 575-746-2892 or visit us at jjhc.org.
Hey y'all, it's Holly with Nels Floral. We would like to share a big thank you to all of Artesia for all your support and tell all the Bulldog athletes we're so proud of your accomplishments. Keep on being exceptional. Remember, Nels Floral is the place to go this fall for all of your Bulldog plush and gifts and fall flowers. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 at 712 West Dallas Avenue, online at nelsfloral.com or call 575-746-3775. At Nels Floral, it's great to be a Bulldog.
Wilbanks LLC and Wilbanks Trucking Services LLC has over 37 years of experience, from 1987 to 2025 in the Permian Basin oil and gas industry. Wilbanks recently divested out of the rig moving operations to focus exclusively on providing crane services to support the growing demand in the basin. Wilbanks continues to provide quality, expert, and performance-based services to a multitude of customers, with a fleet ranging from 60-ton to 350-ton cranes and locations in Hobbs, Artesia, and Odessa, Texas. We hope that you will consider our team for projects ranging from plant builds, compressor sets, to general site build. Please call us at 575-746-6318 to find out what we can do for you. Wilbanks LLC, your regional expert in the crane world.
Welcome back here to the pregame show on KSVPTV.com and KSVP Radio. The Artesia Bulldogs taking on the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors tonight, and I'm joined by Coach Acosta of the Artesia Bulldogs. We're going to do the scout team, Coach. We're going to talk to the fans about what you guys are expecting from Santa T. And so let's start off with their defense. What are we looking at in terms of maybe a base defense, or if they changed up a lot, did they stunt a lot? How do you look at them in the secondary? Just talk about their defense.
Yes, sir. So they're going to stay in a 4-2 front for the most of the time. They don't really change up really at all. They're going to stay with 4 high shell, like a cover 4 shell, and they're just going to try to just keep everything in front of them. They have a really good safety that does a lot for them, and their linebacker on the outside, who again is really fast, really versatile. So he does a lot, rallies to the ball really well.
Well, and that's the other thing I wanted you to talk about a little bit is speed, and if any of them go both ways on the defensive side.
Quite a few of them go both ways. Number 0 started out going both ways. He played running back a little bit, stopped playing running back for a little while. So I'm assuming he will still start working back into that running back role. But up front, the linemen, they all kind of go both ways. I think there's a linebacker that plays receiver too, and a cornerback who also plays receiver for them too. So a lot of them doing both, a lot of responsibilities.
All right. Well, let's talk about that kind of the third phase of the game that I say this every week to Bulldog fans. I feel like the Artesia coaches, you guys do the best really in the state in terms of coaching that third phase, and it's really evident on Friday nights. But let's talk about what they do in their special teams, and if they have anything tricky or anything special, what are you guys looking at? What should the fans expect?
Okay, so kickoff-wise, they have a really good kicker. They line up 4x6, line up on the hash, and kind of he'll send it to the back of the end zone if he wants to. So he kicks the ball really well on there. So not looking for, hopefully, not going to get a lot of chances to run the starburst this week. But kickoff-wise, again, they're just trying to set up a wedge in the middle of the field, just trying to get good field position. So if we beat that wedge down the field, we should be able to make some plays back there really good. Punt, they kind of have a shield punt. Everybody inside the box, and they're just trying to protect the punter. So this week we're dropping, we're just going to try to go get after them on the punt. Try to get after it, try to get a block, another one this week. That'll be fun. Or even if they get it away, if we can just try to get to the outside and set up a return, that'll be really fun too. Punt-wise, nothing too special right there with us. Even PAT, their PAT, they kind of line up with an extra tight end on the left side, and they put their two wings on the same side. I don't know why they do that, but it gives us an opportunity to get a block off that wing side. Whichever way they go, just make them wrong.
Well, you talked about that pump block last week. Is that the second this year for the Bulldogs?
I believe so. I believe the second one.
Those are fun to watch, and the fans love them, and I know you guys do too. All right, let's move over to their offense and talk about their team speed, maybe their size. We didn't mention that on the defensive side, how big they are up front, and what kind of an offense should we expect to see them come out in, and what's their split run-pass?
So they're a 60-40 run-to-pass ratio. They want to run the ball a lot. I know they get the ball in the hands of the quarterback and just let him go to work. A lot of quarterback follow stuff. They're going to stay in a spread look, doubles, trips, some kind of trio, but they're just going to try to spread the field and try to run the ball. Like I said, number 0 running back at the beginning of the year. He was really fast, would want to get to the edge. Even when they run their gap scheme stuff, he wants to get outside. They don't really throw the ball much. Number 2, on the outside, he's one of their guys that they try to get him in the bubble game, throw it to him in the flats, or even run him on a pop. So he's another guy they want to get into space. So they're just trying to find open space and just use their speed. I wouldn't say they're a lot faster than us, but there are some guys that can move really well. Passing the ball wise, though, they don't really throw the ball much. Like, they don't complete a lot of their passes. So we're not expecting them to throw the ball. We're going to expect them to try to just run against us. A really good size O-line, honestly. They have some really good sized boys all across the board, honestly. So that's going to be a fun matchup to see our D-line, our front 7 versus their front, and see who bangs it out more.
All right, Bulldog fans, you know what's coming. Let's get ready to watch them. 7 o'clock, top of the hour, we'll have Bulldog Football Live. But before we get to that, here on the pregame show, we're going to have Meet the Bulldogs. So stay right here, and we'll have them coming up next. Go Bulldogs.
Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency. Auto and home, life and health, personal and commercial. Bonds too, since 1925. We have the coverage for you. Innovation, service, integrity, and knowledge. J.S. Ward & Son Insurance Agency.
Southeast New Mexico College offers a variety of associate degrees and certificates to help you pursue your educational goals. You'll find high-quality, affordable associate programs like business and nursing. Certificate programs like natural gas compression, welding, and industrial maintenance are offered to serve the common needs. Find your direction at SENMC. Navigate new pathways through higher learning at Southeast New Mexico College. Learn more at senmc.edu.
At First Church Artesia, we proclaim Christ as King over all. Located at 4th and Grand, we're a family exalting His reign in every corner of life, work, home, and community. Join us Sundays at 10:45 a.m. for reverent, family-integrated worship and Bible preaching that transforms. From Artesia streets to your soul, it's all of Christ for all of life. Visit artesiareform.com or find us on Facebook. First Church Artesia, His kingdom rules.
Mac Energy Corporation is working to develop today's energy with tomorrow's technology. Technological advancements in recent years have presented new possibilities for exploration. Mac Energy strives to use these advances and stay abreast of innovative technology to ensure that our company is a forerunner in the quest for energy in the years to come. More importantly, Mac Energy Corporation is committed to being an advocate of the communities around us as we focus on youth, education, and innovative projects that address local issues. To learn more about Mac Energy, our affiliates, and our commitment to our youth and community, visit us at mec.com.
Hey Artesia, gear up in style at Bulldog Outfitters, your one-stop shop for all things Bulldogs. Under new ownership, Bulldog Outfitters has got you covered. Show your Artesia pride with gear that stands out, from t-shirts to hats and everything in between. Our team can make your ideas come to life. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 4:30 at 1409 West Main in Artesia. Custom orders? Call 575-736-4951. Bulldog Outfitters. Shop local, support local, and let's go Bulldogs.
With a deep heritage in oil and gas, Abo Empire is focused on safe and effective energy development in New Mexico. We will continue to make strategic investments in this industry to promote the economic and environmental well-being of our company, our partners, and our communities. We are continuing the Yates tradition. From John Yates Jr., Cynthia Yates Price, and their families, we are your partners in the community and proud supporters of Artesia Bulldog and Lady Bulldog Sports.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Welcome back to the Artesia Bulldog pregame show. It's now time to meet your Bulldog.
My name is Dalen Pacheco, class of 2026. I'm a senior. My position is linebacker. My parents are Karen West and Lance Pacheco. My favorite subject is math. My favorite thing about being a Bulldog is the alma mater.
My name is Alejandro Ontiveros. I'm class of 2026. I'm a senior. I play defensive end. My parents are Edgar and Lydia Ontiveros. My favorite subject in school is history, and my favorite thing about being a Bulldog is the brothers you make.
My name is Leo Garcia. I'm a senior of 2026. My position is defensive tackle. My parents are Alex and Justine Garcia. My favorite subject is math, and my favorite part about being a Bulldog is being a part of the football team.
My name is Elijah Carrasco. I'm a junior, class of 2027. My position is inside linebacker. My parents are Asian and Leslie. My favorite subject is math, and my favorite thing about being a Bulldog is the community support.
My name is Kason Samora, class of 2027. I'm a junior. I play defensive end. My parents are Caleb and Kirsty Ura. My favorite subject is language, and favorite thing about being a Bulldog is it's more than a team.
My name is Ivan Chavez, class of 2027. I play D-end. My parents are Simon and Brandy Chavez. Favorite subject is math. My favorite thing about being a Bulldog is a dog pile.
My name is Bradley Duncan, class of 28. Position is left tackle. My parents are Ross and Candace Duncan. My favorite subject is math. My favorite thing about being a Bulldog is the traditions.
That's your Meet Your Bulldog segment for this week. Pregame show continues right after this.
This in Romans chapter 5 and verse 8. How God demonstrated his own love for each one of us. While we were sinners, while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. You know, it's really interesting. Paul doesn't say that, well, we were thinking about not being a sinner, or we could have been working on not being a sinner, but instead, he just says it directly. While we were still sinners, while we still struggled with whatever sin it is that we struggle with in life, Christ died for me. Christ took on those sins of the world, and he put them on the cross with him on that fateful day in his life. He committed no sin, but instead, he died with mine. And so do you have the love that you need to have for Jesus? Have you put him on in baptism? Have you accepted him into your life? If you haven't, come visit us at the Hermosa Church of Christ.
The Artesia Police Department wants to remind you to lock up your vehicles, take your keys with you, and never leave valuables in your vehicle. If you're looking for a rewarding career in law enforcement, the Artesia Police Department is looking for you. The department is currently hiring certified and uncertified officers. Take advantage of a great retirement plan, paid leave, and medical benefits. Apply in person, online, or call 575-746-5000 for more information. The Artesia Police Department is an equal opportunity employer. And please always remember, don't drink and drive.
Hawker & Sons of Artesia, a company specializing in excavation and construction, is proud to support and provide construction services to the people and businesses of Eddy County and the surrounding area. With their expert knowledge of the industry, Hawker & Sons is well equipped to offer top-level service and professionalism to all oil field businesses, commercial and private parties with excavation and construction needs. Call Hawker & Sons today at 575-365-3175 or visit their website at hawkerandsons.com. Go Bulldogs!
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin & Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin & Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin & Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
H&R Block of Artesia is proud to be a member of the community and a sponsor of Artesia Bulldog Sports. At H&R Block, tax time is all the time. They offer year-round assistance for personal or business needs. From simple tax questions to bookkeeping, payroll services, and more. You can trust the team at H&R Block to be there when you need them most. Stop by 502 West Texas Suite A in Artesia or call 746-3456 to schedule an appointment. H&R Block, proud to support Bulldog Sports. Se habla español.
Get great service with Pressure Services. Pressure Services LLC specializes in hydrovacs, vacuum trucks, kill trucks, sandblasting and coating, and roustabouts. The Bulldogs are champions on and off the field, and Pressure Services LLC are your champions when it comes to dependable, accountable, and efficient service. When you need it right, Pressure Services will be there for you. Pressure Services LLC, 575-736-1047. Go Bulldogs!
Good evening, Bulldog fans, and welcome to Friday Night Lights here in Artesia, New Mexico. We're live at Bulldog Bowl, KSVP Radio, AM 990 and FM 93.7. We're broadcasting from there. Of course, we're on KSVPTV.com as well, KSVP Radio on Facebook, and KSVP TV on YouTube. And I think we're on Channel 16 TVT TV. This is Joby Hodling. I'm joined by my youngest brother, Ty Hodling. Ty, good to see you tonight. Looks like we're going to have another beautiful night for football. Kind of warm, but still a beautiful night.
Looks nice. The flag isn't moving much. Got the Jumbotron showing highlights. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, the kids are down on the line, and the Bulldogs and the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors coming onto the field. Santa T coming in tonight. 0-6, having another tough season, but I know they'll have some fight in them. Before we get started talking about that, Ty, I got an update from Gene. So our girls volleyball team, they're 10-1 on the season. They're up in Albuquerque playing in an all 4A tournament. St. Pius and Academy putting this tournament on, and really I think like 7 or 8 of the top 4A teams are in that tournament. And Artesia ranked third in both the coaches poll and the Max Preps poll. But Goddard's up there, Portales is up there. They're both in the top 10. Then Academy, St. Pius. I can't remember all the teams, but really good tournament. So they had pool play today, and I wanted to get this out there to everybody that's watching or listening. Our girls came in third in pool play, actually, behind St. Pius and Portales. So that means probably got beat by one of our district rivals. We got to see them, and we'll see St. Pius. Saw them in the state championship game last year when we came from the 10 seed and went all the way through the state game. But they got third in pool play. We beat Academy in the quarterfinals and play Pius again tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. in the semifinals. And then he sent me some stats. I may try to get those in. It's kind of small, but I can blow them up. But girls are doing really well. Our soccer teams are doing great. Cross country's doing great. Just all the fall sports having great seasons. And, of course, that includes the Artesia Bulldogs who are fixing to come through the cheerleaders banner. Ty, we're 6-1. We're 3-0 in district. This is our 4th district game, and Bulldogs really been rolling as of late. Really have had a pretty good year all year.
Yeah, when you get to this point in the season, you want to see some of the early season mistakes, whether they're mental mistakes and defensive coverage or miscommunications with the offense and receivers or on the offensive line. You want to see those things starting to go away. You don't want to see as many penalties, really the kind of penalties that put you behind the sticks. And so I think we're seeing that. I think seeing the team really starting to come along, eliminating those penalties, those mistakes that are unforced, and playing clean football. And when you play clean football, you always have a chance to win.
Here come the Bulldogs with the lights flashing, cheerleaders doing their thing, and the fans down on the field, mostly kids, some of the parents with them, of course, but the Bulldogs doing the dog pile. Well, I agree with everything you said, Ty, and I'm also going to give a little bit of background. We don't have a lot of background with Santa Teresa, but they are in our district now, and so here's the history. Santa Teresa started playing football in New Mexico in 1993, so not a real old high school. This will be the second year that two teams have been in the same district, and the fifth time the teams will play each other. Artesia and Santa Teresa faced off in the 2005 pre-playoff game at Bulldog Bowl, which the Bulldogs won 63-7. The Desert Warriors and the Bulldogs have played the last 3 seasons with Artesia winning and defeating the Desert Warriors 51-0. 53-0 and 57-0. Santa T is currently 0-6, and the Bulldogs are currently 5-1. So our overall record with Santa Teresa is 4-0. So not a real long time with Santa T, but now that they're in our district, and probably will stay that way unless there's a big shift on how they do the districts, we'll get to see them a lot moving forward. And also, I just got an update for those of you that maybe are listening on the radio, normally watch on Facebook. We're having some issues with Facebook, but we are everywhere else. So if you are hearing this and you're on Facebook, you're probably not hearing it. But hopefully you're looking for it. We're on YouTube. And, of course, we're on KSVPTV.com, so you can go to that and watch the game if you can't make it here to the bowl. Bulldogs won the toss. They elected to receive. Santa Teresa said they want to go from the south to the north to start things off here, and so that's how we're getting started. Santa T, if you're watching on the radio, wearing their turquoise pants or white jerseys with black numbers and outlined in turquoise, and black helmets with some turquoise on it. Of course, the Bulldogs are wearing their home unis, and this year, and I think maybe last year too, they're black with a big wide orange stripe from the shoulders down through the knee pads, and then the orange helmets with black face masks, which I think I said that in the first game, but that's kind of new this year. So that's probably been 30 years since we had black face masks. And they also have their number on one side of the helmet. They've got Bulldogs on the other side, and then they've got some diamonds or something across the top to bottom. All right, here comes the kick. Number 4 is going to just squib it, and it's going to bounce up high, and so the Bulldogs got to get to it, which they do, picking it up back there.
I think that's Whitehead.
Whitehead, and he'll get all the way out to the 27-yard line. It looked like Kell was going to catch that, and they were going to run it, but it just took about a 20-foot bounce over his head.
You can count on the turf giving you a little extra bounce on those hard squib kicks.
One of the things that Coach
Moppin?
No, it was our scout team coach this week was I don't know why I'm not saying his name. Anyway, he said their kicker can kick it through the end zone any time, and they kicked it to us every time last year and the year before, and I think we returned like 4 of them for touchdowns, so they decided not to do that this year. All right, left side of the field's where we're at. Going to hand it off. Parr on the left side. He's got a guy in front of him. Good block. And Santa Teresa will get him down after a pickup of about 12 for the first down.
Good run off the left side there. Good blocking. Santa Teresa's left side of the defense really pursued the ball. Looks like there was a fumble, Joby.
A fumble on the play. You know, I saw that whoever was coming up on the backside got in there, and I saw him rip at it, and the ball did come out. I didn't see it hit the ground, but it did. They're calling first down. Santa Teresa, so the early turnover, and we saw that last week. We saw a pick on the second play of the game. Defense stifled them, Lovington, in our homecoming game, and then they punted to us. And then the very next play, long run, but it got stripped away just like that. And so 2 turnovers last week in the first 4 plays. Let's see what the defense does here as they're back on the field. Great field position for Santa Teresa, and I'm going to try to get the quarterback's number 4, and he hands it off to number 22, I think.
Number 4 is a junior.
Yeah, Raymond
Dueñez.
And was it number 22, the running back?
24, Julian Torres.
So number 4 is Dueñez. And he is their new quarterback. I don't know if I said it. I don't think I did. Their quarterback was their Mr. Everything. He got hurt, broke his arm or his collarbone last week on a long run playing Roswell. So he's out. Going to turn and hand it off to 24 again. And again, nowhere to go as the Bulldogs gang tackling.
That was Sergio Robles off the backside. But the play side just stifled the O-line, stood them up. There was really nowhere to go. And Robles came flying down the heel line and made the tackle from behind.
And that was again Julian Torres.
Joby, last week I was watching Lovington's offense so much I didn't always get who was making the tackles. And then when I went back and watched the game again, our inside linebackers dominated. Dalen Pacheco, Marco, those two guys just stuffed everything last week.
And they just did it again. Of course, they got a good help there. As you said, we just stood up there. Oh, and there's a false start. That'll back them up 5, as it'll be 3rd down and 15. They lost the yard on that last play, and so we could probably talk about a tackle. We don't have one, so we won't, but tackle for loss. But it was a good play there by the defense, as you said, just stifled them, stood them straight up, and drove the running back backwards.
We ended up in that 3-3 stack that last play. Edel came into the box. They had a slot receiver really tight in off the tackle, so Edel came into the box and made that 3-3, and then he came through the B gap. He was part of standing up that offensive line, and then on the backside, Robles down the hill line.
I don't know why I couldn't remember Coach. Coach Acosta was our scout team, so sorry, Coach. But he talked about their 60-40, but they were anticipating that they won't throw much. They're going to drop back and throw. And this play center, oh, he was looking for the touchdown, and he dropped it. Who was that? Is that Charlie? Tootie. He had 2 last week, interceptions, and 1 for a touchdown. He would have scored on that play, Ty.
He was already looking down the field. You can see it from where we are, and they're on the far side of the field. He was already touchdown dancing.
Yeah, and it just hit him, and he didn't catch it with his hands. He'll think about that. You know, he let it get to his chest, and it kind of popped off of him.
It was an out route by the wideout, but the quarterback threw it way inside, and Tootie was a little caught off.
Bulldogs come after it, and they get close, but they don't block it. It was a shank off the right side, so the Bulldog offense gets to come back out after turning it over on the first play of the game. They're going to have better starting field position. Looks like it's going to be about on the 31. He also, Coach also told me we may go after some blocks, and we just saw that there on that punt. And I don't know how. I think because he shanked it. It's the only reason we didn't block it.
Yeah, Tootie came off the edge. Kind of didn't know what to do. He certainly didn't want to rough the kicker, so he kind of half jumped and reached. Just didn't get any part of the ball, it didn't look like.
All right, so the Bulldogs' second play from offense, starting at their own 31, A formation. Parra, I think it's Parra back there behind Derek Warren, our quarterback. He's in the shotgun, so that pistol look seen all year. Turn, he's going to hand it off to him again. Parra runs the exact same play, and he's going to get out about 9 yards, maybe 10 yards this time. First down, Bulldogs.
Upended by number 8, Adian Rodriguez, who did a good job going for Bryce's legs.
First down, Bulldogs.
All right, Warren back in the huddle. 10:06 to go here. Now it's going to start rolling, I would think. They stopped it for the first down, but so we're just going under 10 minutes here in the first quarter. 0-0 if you're just joining us. Warren looks over the defense, snap is back. Going to throw the little quick shot out to Fuentes, and he's going to get another first down all the way inside the Santee territory at about the 46.
Mark Alarcon from Desert Warriors forced him out of bounds.
First down, Bulldogs.
All right, so first down, back-to-back. Again, A formation. Well, they're in man coverage on that left side over there, Ty. Going to throw it over to the right side again. It's going to be a little pop screen. And that's going to be Eglin. That's Eglin, and he's going to go in for the touchdown, Ty. Great play. Offensive line got out there as well as the slot blocking, and that's a touchdown.
Nobody touched him. 46-yard touchdown pass, throw and catch. Trent Eglin, touchdown.
Now, is that a bubble screen out to the wide receiver? What do you call that?
No, that's just a wide receiver screen. You're going to fake the handoff just to try to hold backers, and you're getting a tackle and a guard out, play side, and the slots are coming and blocking the corner. That way the corner can't blow it up, and just throw it to the outside to the wide out.
Running the fake here. Going to toss it over, and it's going to be incomplete. And that was number 40 trying to throw that pass?
Yeah, that was our kicker, Corbin Dominguez.
Oh, was that Corbin throwing it?
Had a couple of out routes there, had the tight end and the X-back run a couple of out routes. Really, they were covered.
All right, we'll take a break and be right back.
When managing a chronic illness, access to the right treatments makes all the difference. Artesia General Hospital's Infusion Center provides IV therapy and biologic treatments, so you don't have to travel far for care. Expert infusion therapy right here in Artesia. Call 575-736-8256 today to learn more.
Three plays, 69 yards, 46-yard touchdown pass from Derek Warren to Trent Eglin. 2-point conversion, no good. This touchdown summary is presented by Perry Connor at Artesia Ford Sales. You'll score a winning deal when you visit with Perry tomorrow. And be sure and ask about Artesia Ford's mobile service.
All right, so Dominguez on to do the kicking, put the ball on the X, see what the Bulldogs try to do here with it. He's going to kick it deep, and it's going to go into the end zone on the fly about half a yard deep. So that will bring it out to the 20, and it'll be Bulldog defense coming out once again. And I don't know, Ty, I threatened last week, and then I didn't do it. I don't know if I've ever seen a team at any level have five turnovers returned for touchdowns in the first 6 games. I don't know if I've ever heard that before. Have you ever seen that in college or pro or high school?
I'm sure it's happened plenty of times, but it doesn't happen very often. You just don't hear about it.
Yeah.
And defensive touchdowns, if you look at the percentages,
very rare.
They're very rare, and they just slant the win record in your favor.
And we've had 5 of them this year, and we almost had a 6th one just a minute ago. They're going to try to run it again, Ty, and there is nowhere for him to go.
Stuff from the inside. Our nose tackle was all over that. Is that Chris Aguilar? He just jammed that up. Pacheco came downhill. There was nowhere.
And I think that it was Julian Torres again trying to run the ball. Well, I'm not 100% on that. That might have been Santiago Arellana. Oh, it was Torres. Oh, yeah, there he is. He's in the backfield. Okay. Trips to the right side. Coach did tell me they would spread it out, which they've been doing, but run, he expected a lot. They're going to throw it out there, and it goes through the hands of number 6, incomplete. Bring up 3rd and 10.
That's a good-looking play. I mean, we're 2 against 3 over there secondary-wise, and so if they can block up our 2, they got a chance to get some good yardage, but you got to throw and catch. You got to play catch.
That pass was intended for, was it number 2?
I missed it.
I missed it too. I think it was.
I was watching the backside. We went to our 4-man front. Edel walked up on the backside, and I was kind of watching to see if he was blitzing.
All right, the quarterback.
Another trips look.
Dueñez, trips to the left this time. His left, brings number 2 in motion, and there was a false start out on the wide receiver over on that far side.
Got a little antsy out there. Had motion. They were going to run that jet sweep. Number 2, their speed guy, the wide out, just rolled out of his stance. That just drive coaches crazy. Deming and Goddard score just came in, 26-7. Goddard up on Deming at halftime.
And Roswell?
Roswell's up 13-0 during the second quarter over Gadsden.
All right, so they're going to run a little trips tight off the tackle. Snap, they're going to hand it off, try to run a little counter, and again, nowhere to go. Bulldogs stack him up. That's going to bring up a 4th and about 13.
Now, that's the old guard and tackle tag is what we used to call that. The backside guard and tackle both pull, and they're going to kick out and turn up. But you've got to get really good down blocks. As those 2 guys disappear, your center and your backside guard have to get down blocks, and they just weren't successful.
Yeah, we called that our bread and butter when I was playing for the Bulldogs. Had Michael McPherson, and I pulled a lot and watched him go by me and score. All right, the Bulldogs bring it again and again. Oh, they run into each other, but no flag down. We're going to pick it up. That's going to be Campbell. He's still tiptoeing down the sideline. And they kind of bumped him out of bounds at about the 16.
We've got a couple of guys that ran into each other trying to block the punt. We've got a man down. I don't know who that is, but he's down on the 5-yard line where the punt happened.
Hopefully he'll be okay. They've got some, looks like Santee got some folks out there before Coach Caton. He's right there too. So he'll talk to whoever that is, and we'll get you his number here in just a second. All right, so it'll be the 3rd series for the Bulldogs. They had a fumble on the first play of the ball game. Then came out and just marched right down the field, had their way with them. But then ran a trick play for their 2-point conversion. Who is that? Is that Whitmire?
No, 32. That may be Colts. I can't tell a number.
I think it's 32. Johnny Chavis?
32.
At this time, with all kindergarten through second grade youth camp cheerleaders.
Is that right? Yeah, Johnny Chavis, number 32.
He came off the right side of defense. Tootie came off the left side, and they both went to block. They ran into each other to avoid the punter. I think it may have knocked the air out of him.
Yeah, he looks okay. All right, so we're going to have a slot and wide out either side once again. Going to throw the out route. It's going to be caught over there by Sawyer Whitehead. He's going to drive through, try to split those defenders. Picks up about 8.
Yeah, that safety over Sawyer was about 9 yards deep. Sawyer went out there and made a nice cut. Had a good out route. We remember that over the last 30 years, don't we?
Yeah, it's been run about 16 or 17 million times by the Bulldogs, and it's very effective. Looks like they're got that corner linebacker turned inside. Going to throw the fade and a little bit high. It'll fall incomplete. It'll bring up a 3rd and 2.
Derek was in between throwing the high arcing fade, which you got to throw quick when you're down this close, and throwing that back shoulder kind of rocket pass. He was kind of in between that. Jack's a big, tall kid, but he threw that a little too high. Even Jack couldn't get to it.
So 3rd and 2 for the Bulldogs. 7:43 to go here in the first quarter. As we're going to go trips right, which is the wide side of the field. I believe Parra is in there in the stack. Snap is back. Going to fake the throw to him. Going to look and throw it. They're going to call a hold, I think. We're going to get in and score on the little screen pass on the left side. But we got a penalty flag down.
That was Jet Fuentes' offensive line was out front, about 4-on-2 out there, and it was an easy pickings, but Whitehat threw something in the backfield. May have been an ineligible receiver.
Could have been that. He did call a hold. I thought he called a hold, but it could have been that. But normally you wouldn't see him throw that one, but if he saw it, they'd throw it probably. All right, so that backs us up 10 yards, so it'll be 3rd down and 12 instead of 3rd down and 2. From the 18-yard line, as Warren will get into the huddle and talk about the play with the offense. Oh, look down. I just looked down. We've got, they must have had their clinic. I think the cheerleaders had their clinic. Got lots of young ladies out there with them cheering. Snap is back. He does drop the throw. Going to throw an out route again, and there's a hold. And did they throw it? They did not see it. So it's going to bring up a 4th down, Ty, and we'll see if we go forward, if we bring in our kicker, which's got plenty of leg, and Corbin Dominguez.
That was the out route. Fuentes ran the out route, but that's the wide side. And if you don't get that linebacker over you turned and you don't get much separation, Jet didn't get much separation, didn't leave much room for Derek to throw that.
All right, we're going to go. I was about to say we were missing a guy, but Eklund stepped in. Turn, fake the pitch. Going to roll out this way. He's going to throw it down there, and it's going to be caught. Nice play by Eklund. He drug both feet. 1st down at the 2-yard line.
Little bootleg pass, fake the toss, roll out to your right. First option is that 12-yard, 15-yard comeback on the wideout. Derek threw a great ball on sideline. Trent kept his feet in bounds. 1st down and goal.
All right, we stay in our normal offense here at the 2-yard line. As Warren looks over the defense, snap is back, going to run the speed option, pitch it, and he's going to go in with nobody in front of him. Good blocking out there. I think that was Cal. It was. Otterling just drove the guy on him, just drove him into the end zone. He was the only one that could get him, and there was no chance.
Well, they were outnumbered. Santee had a 5 technique on our tackle, who we're not going to block. We're going to leave him unblocked and pitch the ball. And then their backer was inside, so our tackle had leverage. And then Cal was one-on-one with his guy. There was just nobody left. They're just outnumbered over there against the option. That's why you run the option. You're going to take out a whole half of your defensive line because you're not worried about them. You're running to the outside away from them. And then you're leaving a guy unblocked and making him wrong, whatever he does. And you just get your blocks with leverage. It's easy.
Touchdown, 2 yards. We're going to go for 2 here. And I just saw Coach Maupin change the play possibly. Yeah, he did. And now we're going to bring both slots and wideouts in tight. You got the invert on the left side.
Little short motion by Trent.
And we're going to run a pass this time.
He's
got him wide open, and he catches it for the 2-point conversion.
just overflowed. Nobody went with Trent in the motion, which means they weren't in man defense, Joby. So, again, just outnumbered them. Easy one.
All right, 14-0, 7:21 to go in the first quarter. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to make a difference in the lives of students and athletes right here in the City of Champions? Artesia Public Schools is now hiring school bus drivers for routes and activities. A CDL, background check, and drug test are required, but don't worry, we'll help you get your CDL. Join the team and drive our Bulldogs to success on the road and in life. Visit bulldogs.schoolspring.com to learn more. That's bulldogs.schoolspring.com. Drive the pride of Artesia.
Sixth play, 16-yard drive. 2-yard TD run by Bryce Parra off the option. 2-point conversion from Warren to Eglin. Big fourth down conversion on that. This touchdown summary is brought by Perry Connor. Go see Perry tomorrow. He'll get you a good deal.
Kicked it right at about the 1-yard line, deep into the end zone once again. And number one went and got it, but he was in the end zone when he caught it, Jacob Martinez. So it'll be bring it out to the 20 on another touchback.
Yeah, he caught it, I think, outside the goal line, but his momentum carried him into the end zone, and they called it a touchback.
Yeah, it was close. You're right.
Right at the 1-yard line, and he was going backwards.
All right, so with 7:21 to go in the first quarter, Santee will come out in their third offensive set. They're going to spread it out. They're going to have a not really trips on the short side. They got a back over there, and they're going to hand it off to number 24. He will bounce it outside this time, and he's going to pick up about 10 yards. Nice run there.
You know, the difference there was their blocking. They just base blocked that time, just hat on hat. Didn't try to pull anybody, and they were able to get outside, outflank us. Diego Morales was on that side. He lost outside contain.
All right, so good run there for Julian Torres. Picked up the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. This time they'll have a sniffer back on the left side up between the guard and the tackle. Torres in behind the quarterback, turn, hand it off to him, and again, he just ran straight ahead. Boy, who was that on this end, or 5 technique?
Yeah, there was nowhere to go there.
I think it was 5 technique. Torres again just run right into,
I can't tell his number, but our 5 technique.
5'6", 56.
The timing was all off. Their pulling guard never got there. We were in the backfield making the play before the guard even could kick out that 5 technique. Just poor blocking by Santee.
I think that was Ontiveros. And so he just swallowed that running back solo tackle. 2-yard loss, tackle for loss. They got a tight end, both the slot and wide out back. He's looking to throw the ball. Bulldogs get into his face. He's going to throw it down the field, and we had him blanketed the whole way, and Tootie didn't see the ball. He never picked up on the ball, or he might have went up and got that one.
Yeah, I don't think the wideout saw it either. I don't know that it was catchable. It looks like it landed about 2 yards out of bounds.
It did. I just figured if he saw it, he was going to go try to get it, but I don't think either one of them saw it. He was running in front of the receiver, the sideline behind him, and then right in front of him, step for step, was Tootie. So that if the ball had been thrown good, he would have been intercepted more than likely.
You've got a junior quarterback making probably his first start in Bulldog Bowl.
Yep.
He's a little anxious, I think, and kind of let go of that one quick.
All right, turn handed off. Bulldogs are right there again. Whoa, man, he got punched in the mouth and hit backwards. That's going to be another tackle for loss.
That was both Soto and Diego Morales. They hit him at the same time, and I think Charlie Campbell was coming from his safety position. Might have been 3 guys hit him all at the same time, just blew him up.
Yeah, his feet went straight forward, and his head and his back went straight to the ground. It's one of those where you just go the other way.
He tried to bounce it to the outside, and there wasn't anywhere to go, so he turned back up. Well, the cavalry was coming from the inside.
All right, looks like we're going to come after it again. I know Coach said they wanted to get a block. They're all close. He got away a better punt, but it is going to be returnable as we catch it. And that's Del Villa. He's a good runner. He broke free. He's to the 30. He's going to score, and I do not see a flag down. I do see a flag down. Doggone it.
Well, when Adele gets the ball, he's expecting himself to score. I mean, nobody's going to tackle me. I'm going to go score. I mean, that's his mentality. And he took that ball.
Oh, it's on them.
Oh, it was on.
Hit to the face, so we get a defensive touchdown in the form of a punt return.
Yep.
And that is outstanding. It's 20-0 now, Bulldogs. So there was a hit to the face.
Our offense was already walking out there to huddle up. And then they were like, oh, a touchdown. So they ran down for the extra point.
Well, that's where that flag came in. A lot of times the illegal block or a hold or something. But all right, so we've seen this odd-looking lineup here for the Bulldogs the last couple of weeks. Just gives every team in front of us something they got to prepare for. But they're back into it now. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up. Look good from here. Let's see what the refs say. It was, so with 5:38 to go, 21-0, Artesia. That's 5:38 in the first quarter. We'll be back after this timeout.
Hi, this is Danny Kirkendall with Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. We're celebrating 100 years in business here on the corner of First and Main in Artesia, and we invite you to come see us for your new Chevy, GMC, or a just perfect pre-owned vehicle. Our GM certified team is ready to assist you, so give us a call at 575-746-3551 or visit us online at guychevy.com.
Guy Chevrolet celebrating 100 years at the corner of First and Main in downtown Artesia.
This touchdown summary presented by Perry Connor at Artesia Ford Sales. You'll score a winning deal when you visit with Perry tomorrow. And be sure and ask about Artesia Ford's mobile service. That was a defensive touchdown in the form of a punt return. 52-yard return by Del Villa. Blocking was solid. Kick was good.
All right, here's a pop kick, and they're going to have to back up to catch. He's going to call a fair catch, and that's going to be at about the 21, maybe the 22-yard line. Number 6, fair caught that. The young man, Julian Menez. And so Santee will come back out with their offense, see if they can get something going against the stingy defense of the Artesia Bulldogs.
Now, they've tried the interior multiple times and really gone nowhere. They had one nice run to the outside with just base blocking. So let's see what they come back with here.
All right, they got a slot and a wide out to the left side. They got a wide receiver to the right side and a tight end. And so he's got him covered up. Going to turn and hand it off this time to number 0. Boy, he just gets tackled in the backfield pretty easily. And who was that for the Bulldogs?
I think that was our backer. I think that was Marco. Ran straight through the run-through lane in the B gap. That again was base blocking, and they had us kind of sealed, but they gave a little gap for a linebacker to race through.
All right, so it'll be 2nd down and 13 after that tackle by Soto. Trips to the left side, which is the wide side for the offense. One receiver to the far side, running back to the left. They're going to try to throw the ball. Going to throw it, and it's going to be good. Oh, good hit. Knocked the ball right when he got there, and that was Charlie Campbell.
Little curl out concept. Good timing on the throw. Charlie just read it and arrived right at the last second and knocked that ball loose.
Yeah, blasted the receiver. I really thought he was coming to get it.
I think he was. He was running through the pass and just got there hair late and ended up just breaking right through the guy's arms as he was trying to pull it in.
Yep. All right, so 3rd down and 13 as they come out of the huddle once again with a slot and a wide out to the far side. They do have a tight end on the left side, which is the wide side of the field. They've got him covered up, so he won't be eligible. Back in the backfield, Bulldogs giving chase. Will he get rid of it? He will not. That'll be a sack by about 5 Bulldogs. It'll be a loss of 1. It'll be 4th and long.
What a great Bulldog sack. When it comes time to get a new truck, don't get sacked. Get a great deal from Justin Edwards at Artesia Ford Sales, and be sure to ask about Artesia Ford's mobile service.
All right, so multiple Bulldogs in on that tackle. It's going to be 4th and long here for Santee at their own, 18-yard line.
We only rushed 3 guys on that, Joey. Everybody was dropping out. I was watching the backers in the secondary. Didn't even really see the rush. We had the inside slot hemmed up. The wideout was blanketed.
Looking to go get it again. Here they come. Again, pretty close. He gets it away. It will be returnable. Charlie Campbell with the ball. Nobody blocking out there because, we tried to block the punt, but Charlie makes a man miss. He runs through a tackle. Now he's going to be finally brought down at about the 18.
Looks like a flag on the sideline. Edel might have got a little bit too aggressive trying to get in front of Charlie to block. Looks like that. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal block. Is that what you're thinking?
I think he must have got him on the side. He blew him into the sideline, blocking the back.
Illegal block, so it'll be on the Bulldogs. That'll back us up.
There was no blocking out front of Charlie. There was 4 Desert Warriors coming at him. He just outran the first wave, Then he made a move through the second wave without much blocking. It's hard to go score.
Well,
Charlie was trying.
We sent 9 guys after the punt, so there was no blocking.
There was no blocking.
All right, a formation. Right side is where we're at. Snap. Going to run that little underneath screen again. He tried to throw it sidearm, and it was knocked down by number 8. That's Aiden Rodriguez.
Yeah, brought our slot from the left side. He comes in behind the line after the snap, kind of sneaks through there, and Sawyer's good at that. But there was no angle for Derek. He tried to drop his arm down, do a little sidearm, but the defensive end was in the window.
All right, so second down and 10 from the Sanity 31-yard line. 4:01 to go in the first quarter. 21-0 Bulldogs, if you're watching on the radio.
I think that was number 8, Aiden.
Yeah, it was.
Rodriguez who knocked that pass down.
Empty backfield, trips to the left side, which is the wide side. He's going to look that way. He's going to throw and just overthrew
Whitehead.
And I don't know if Warren thought he was. It was. They were in man coverage. I think maybe Derek thought he was going to do a little right. I can't think of the word I want to use, but just go.
Yeah, just
and he stopped.
A seam route.
Yeah.
And it was open. Sawyer had a guy inside, had a guy outside. I think if he just streaks down the seam, he's going to probably get open. And he decided to curl up. There was a window there, but Derek overshot him.
All right, so we're going to come back out with trips to the left side. We're going to go empty backfield again. Slotting a wide out to the right side, which includes Para.
And they're really giving cushion out there over our second receiver.
4-man rush. He's looking. He runs it this time, does Whitehead. He's going to be tackled at about the 3-yard line. He just ran that seam, bent out, and then cut up the field. Perfect throw, perfect catch. First and goal.
Yeah, good throw and catch. It looks like we just came back, ran the same
play. That's exactly what we did. They just said, hey, go ahead and run the seam, bend him out, and then go straight.
Well, Sawyer, he's not trying to be greedy.
Yeah.
Trying to take the easy step, which was the curl. But I'm sure they said, why don't you just go deep, Sawyer? It's wide open, so he did.
Yeah. Yeah, they're in man coverage, and that safety was playing off of him. But as he bent it out, the safety started coming. Then he just went right by him.
Yeah.
All right, so first and goal at the 3-yard line for the Bulldogs. Going to go trips to the left side, which is the shorter side. Ball near the midfield. Now he's going to bring Whitehead in a little tighter over here on the right. Might be running a little pass over here to Whitehead. He did cut it back, and that is a touchdown. Sawyer.
Touchdown, Whitehead. Just ran the curl route.
And he had 2 guys hit him right as he caught it, but it didn't matter. He had run that curl, got the ball right in his stomach, and touchdown. All right, so we're going to come out and run a normal-looking, a swinging gate this time. So I say normal-looking, something that the Bulldogs have run over the years.
Sanity is not covering it
at all, so they just run it. They're fixing to just run it. I think we will, because they didn't cover it. Now they're going to swing out of it. Give them a break. I think the call there is if they're not going to go cover it, run it, right?
Yeah, and that was Dustin Pacheco over there. Normally they just say they count numbers. If we've got advantage, we run it.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 3:15 to go, 28-0 Bulldogs. 3:15 here in the first quarter. We're going to take another break. Be right back.
The Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center now has their very own website. Visit artesiamuseum.org to stay up to date on events and exhibits. Look through historical photos of Artesia, submit research requests, and more. For information, please call 575-748-7345. Stop by the Artesia Historical Museum and Arts Center at 505 West Richardson Avenue or online at artesiamuseum.org. Open Tuesday through Saturday from 9 to 4. This ad paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
This touchdown summary presented by Perry Connor at Artesia Ford Sales. You'll score a winning deal when you visit with Perry tomorrow. And be sure and ask about Artesia Ford mobile service. 4 plays, 31 yards, 3-yard touchdown pass from Derek Warren to Sawyer Whitehead. Kick was good by Dominguez.
Here's the kick. He's going to kick it shallow enough that they're going to have to come up and make a play. And it balls on the field. Number 34 picks it up, and then he is swallowed by the onslaught of Bulldogs.
He had a long run to get underneath that. It was a high kick, which gave our kickoff team time to get down there, and then he didn't quite field it. He muffed it. He's lucky it bounced right back up into his hands, or that's probably a turnover.
All right, 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 28-0 Artesia. And I think, Josh, you and Ty, probably both of you know, at 35 points, does this clock start running, or is it not until the second half? Second half? Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's second half before.
Yeah, I couldn't remember. All right, so Santee with the ball near the right hash, which is going to give them the short side that way. They've got twins out there. They've got a slot and a wide out. Running back to the left of the quarterback in the backfield with a receiver to the left side and a tight end this side. Looking to throw the ball. Steps into it, and it goes off the back shoulder, incomplete, of number 6.
Well, they might have had something there. Both our outside backer, Edel, and our safety, Colt, they were flying up to intercept it, and that kid was running right past him. If he catches that, there's a big seam to hit up the middle as we over-pursued the pass. But he didn't catch it.
Yeah, it was a little behind him, went off his back shoulder pad and just bounced down to the ground. So incomplete, bring up a 2nd and 10.
Rocket pass.
And he threw it hard, threw a BB.
It was only a 5-yard, maybe less than that.
And it was coming to the quarterback. I mean, he was coming, slanting towards him.
Slant.
Again, a tight end to this left side. Going to throw the ball again, throw the out route. It's going to be caught over there and then shoved out of bounds. So it'll be a pickup of about 6, maybe 7.
Via on the coverage out there, quick out, little 5-yard out, good throw and catch. Some signs for Santa Teresa.
So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5. It was a 5-yard pickup. He went out of bounds, so that stopped the clock at 3:03 here in the first quarter. They'll break the huddle. Dueñez will look over the defense. They're going to go slot and wide out to the short side, a wide receiver to the near side. Running back to the right of Dueñez, turns, hands it off to him. A little bit of a seam this time. He's flipped up and it's going to bring up a decision. It'll be 4th and 1. Of course, they're on their side of the field at the 24.
Got a score from Mayfield. Wildcats, Lovington Wildcats 8. Mayfield Trojans 6 into the first quarter.
And Goddard, I just got an update. Goddard 26, Deming 13 in the 7 minutes left in the third quarter. They got an early start over there, I guess. Started at 6 maybe.
It's long travel. I'm sure the ADs talk to each other. So, hey, we're traveling a long way. How about we start a little earlier?
And maybe Lightning could also be, they consider maybe, who knows. All right, probably what you said. All right, the Bulldogs looking like they're going to bring the house. Snap is back. They're going for it. And he got it, Ty. He's going to, I think he got the first down. The Bulldogs driving back, but they give him forward momentum for a first down.
Looks like both line judges have got him on a first down. They're pointing first down. Yeah, we went to a 5-man front there. Pacheco came downhill, and he was unblocked. But that's pretty quick running back. He hit the hole hard, and Dalen met him at the hole. And with forward momentum, he got the first down. Dalen stood him up. There wasn't a whole lot of motion after Dalen hit him, but just didn't get there quite quick enough to stop him at the line.
So 1st and 10, they go for it on 4th down and at their own 29-yard line. All right, quarterback Dueñez is going to try to run away from traffic. He's going to toss it. Might have been a pig, but Campbell tried to one-hand it and unable to pull it in.
He was running right at the referee. And I think Charlie saw the ref, saw the sidelines. I mean, there was a lot going on there. He tried to grab that one-handed as he was flying out of bounds. That was a unique play. I'm not sure. It looked like the slot was trying to block and then release. So I don't know if it was some kind of delayed pass, show block, and then release. But he was blanketed.
Yeah.
The quarterback had nowhere to go.
I think Johnny Chavez was right behind him. That's what I was going to say. If he hadn't tipped it, he might have intercepted it.
Yeah.
But he went with one hand to get it. Chavez playing right up in man coverage, Ty. Playing bump and run out there. Looking to throw the ball. He is going to go that way. And fading to it's number 5, but just overthrown. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 10.
Long across the field throw. Had enough arm, actually overthrew him. And had a step on our corner. They were pretty well engaged for most of that route. And then looked like our corner Johnny might have just let off a little bit, not realizing the ball was thrown.
Yeah.
Because he was step for step with him most of that route.
Yeah, he was in bump and run man coverage and kind of bumped him about 5 or 6 yards and then was running with him and then just got a little extra out in front, but overthrown, so it's incomplete.
Bring up 3rd and 10.
We're going to be in I think a man coverage look again. Charlie was just kind of looking at it, not like he was going to go. This is going to be overthrown once again as they go to number 2 on the right side. Ariano, but incomplete. Tootie was running right with him, but it was on his backside. The ball would have been thrown a little closer. It might have been catchable.
Well, he ran that inside post route. Tootie was shading him on the outside, so he had inside leverage on his post route. Tootie was with him, but like you said, he was on his high side. And if that ball comes in flat, he got a chance for a completion. But these long throws are low percentage throws. I mean, you hope you hit 50% of them, but they're not a high percentage throw.
Well, we had a roughing the passer, so that's going to be a 15-yarder. Personal foul, gets all the way up to the 41. It would have been 4th down, but roughing the passer, so it'll be 1st and 10 at the 41 of the Desert Warriors. 1:46 to go in the first quarter.
These are the mistakes you just don't want to make. You got to be mentally sharp and focused. But let's see if our defense makes another stand.
Snap back, turn to hand it off to number 0, trying to get on that right side, which he does. He's going to pick up about 4, maybe 5 yards.
Good job pulling both guards there. That's the old traditional sweep. Pulled the play side guard and the backside guard. One of them looking to kick out or try to get around the edge. The other one trying to turn up. Decent run.
All right, just got an update. 19-0 Roswell over Gadsden at half. And that'll bring up a 2nd and 5 here with 1:16 and counting. Ball on the right hash for the Desert Warriors, and they're going to stay in that set. They got the slot and a wide out on the short side of the field. They've kind of been going short side most of the time on their runs. Dwayne Yez is going to turn, hand it off. They're going to come backside this time, and he just runs into a wall, bounces backwards, and he's going to be tackled for a loss by multiple Bulldogs.
Looked like the running back and Edel Villa kind of surprised each other, ran into each other. They both bounced away and then tried to get their footing again, and the rest of the Bulldogs were able to get in on it. The D-line was coming down hard. Via making first contact. Loss of a yard there.
Yeah, loss of a yard, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 6. Actually lost 2 yards. 3rd down and 7 for the Desert Warriors, and the clock down to 30 seconds. The play clock down to 20, so they'll run a play or take a timeout or take a penalty. But there will be one more play here. 3rd down and 7 at their own 44-yard. They went for it on 4th and 1 at their own 29, so this may be 2-down territory. Play clock to 4. Bring the man in motion.
Yep,
and now they call. Oh, and then they false started again. Doggone it.
Left guard for Santa Teresa kind of rocked in his stance. Looked like maybe he was trying to get a better stance, but you can't do that. You can't rock and move.
And they're going to roll the clock. So that's going to, I'm wrong. We're not going to get another play before the end of the first quarter. 28-0 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter coming up right here on KSVPTV.com, KSVP Radio. We're AM 990, FM 93.7. And, of course, on, I don't know if we made it to Facebook yet, but we're also on YouTube, having some issues on Facebook. Ty Hodling and Joby Hodling on the call. Josh Howard, our statistician. We'll take a break and be back. Second quarter coming up.
KCLT is the leader in surface rental equipment and customer service throughout the Permian Basin. With yards in Artesia and Monahans, Texas, you can count on KCLT to work 24/7, 7 days a week. Their professional mechanics are always out in the field and are DORT certified. KCLT is there to make sure your site is ready when you are ready and can certify your man lift and forklift operators on site or in our yards. Save KCLT in your contacts, 575-308-8647. Surface rental equipment all in one place. KCLT, helping you keep America running. Proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs.
On page 4.
Welcome back to Bulldog Bowl. Second quarter fixing to start. Ty, you and Josh were talking about that penalty, so I'll let you tell the fans.
Well, I was asking Josh if it was a dead ball penalty or false start. He said if the former play was live ball and the clock's running, the dead ball stops the clock as you call the penalty, but then it rolls again once the ball's reset after marking off the penalty. So that's why we didn't get another play in the first quarter.
All right, good explanation. Thank you, Josh and Ty. We're going to have trips to the short side. They're going from the north to the south now as we flip field. They got 3 receivers here on the short side. Going to turn and throw a little bubble screen. It's going to, again, go off his back shoulder, but he got hit right when the ball got there anyhow, so incomplete.
Julian Minus, that's twice now that it's gone off his shoulder. He's trying to get that ball and get down in a little seam there back to the inside, but he knows linebackers, D-linemen are all coming. And so he's trying to hit that seam. It's the similar play that Trent Eglin scored on for us. Similar look, but our D-line got there and a backer was coming down hot.
Yeah, Colt Majecko hit him right as the ball went off his back left shoulder.
Colt's a safety, so safety was coming in hot.
Yeah. All right, Bulldogs go after it and get close. It's a little bit of a shank again. Let's see if Charlie Lockup liable to pick that ball up, but he doesn't. He kind of throws his arms out like he should have took it.
Well, there were 7 guys, and that football bounces funny on occasion, and And so Charlie wisely backed off.
Well, we've talked about this, and Charlie's one of them. We've got about 10, maybe all of them, but we've got some of these guys that play multiple sports, and they're just so savvy. They're savvy in football. They're savvy in basketball. They're savvy in baseball. They're just savvy in track.
They're confident
and
kids.
They're so confident. All right, 1st and 10 for the Bulldog offense. Slotting a wide out either side. Far behind Warren. He drops to throw. He's got a man deep, wide open. He catches. He's got one man to beat. He's just going to run away from him. He's got him by the hand, and he is going to finally drag him down at the 1 yard line. I think was that Eglin?
That's Byers. Byers put the stiff arm on that backside safety, and the safety just held on for dear life. That's number 18 for the Desert Warriors, Jonas Lopez. He just hung on, and then got into Jack's legs and tackled him right at the 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna tease Jack next time I see him. So, what was you holding hands with that safety for? They held hands for about 20 yards.
Fun. Slot went inside. Safety drove up on the slot. Easy read for Derek over the top. Corner let him go. They must be in some kind of a zone because there was nobody on Jack.
All right, so we're going to line up in our standard A formation at the 1 yard line. Snap is back, looking to throw it again. He's going to throw the out, and again, that was $30,750,000 touchdown for the Bulldogs.
Jeff Fuentes, little 1 yard out route, like taking candy from a baby.
So the Bulldogs go up 34-0 with 10:55 to go here in the first half. And the Bulldogs in their swinging gate. Sanity's going to cover it a little better this time.
Well, they've got four and a half guys over there. They bring a 5th over. I think we had the numbers, but we went ahead and swung it back.
So they'll line up in the normal PAT formation. Dominguez will step off his steps, see if he can make it 35-0. Snap back, hold is good. And the kick, good as well. So with 10:55 to go in the first half, 35-0 Bulldogs. We'll be back.
At Permian Construction, we're more than builders. We're your neighbors. Proudly serving communities across the Permian Basin, we specialize in commercial projects from $50,000 to $5 million, delivering quality, efficiency, and peace of mind. With our construction management at-risk approach, we handle every detail from design to completion, so you can count on results done right. Built on hometown pride and strong values, Permian Construction is committed to growing the places we all call home. Learn more at PermianConstruction.com, where Maggie the Bulldog says, which means go Bulldogs.
This touchdown summary presented by Perry Connor at Artesia Ford Sales. You'll score a winning deal when you visit with Perry tomorrow. And be sure to ask about Artesia Ford mobile service. 2 plays on that drive, 63 yards. Ended up with a 1 yard touchdown pass from Warren to Fuentes, and the kick was good.
I had another little short kick. It's going to be caught at the 14-yard line by the return man.
He fumbled.
He fumbled the ball, and I don't know if we got it or not. It looked like the bounce was good for them, and he fell on it. But Bulldogs are saying it's our ball, and it is.
They came up with it.
They dug it out down there, so a turnover. And Artesia will have the ball with a very short field, and he's rolling the clock. I thought it didn't roll till the second half.
What's the rule on that one, Josh? He's not sure either. You're our rules expert.
I thought it was not until the second half that you rolled on 35. Well, the Whitehead said go, so we're going.
We're going.
He's the one on the field in charge.
10 minutes left in the half.
And
got a short field.
Apparently it's not going to stop. Short field, 35-0. A formation look. They do have safeties deep. Snap is back, turn, fake the pitch, going to toss it to Hodling. He's got a lot of field. He's to the 15, he's to the 10, he's to the 5. Touchdown, Artesia.
Well, that was an easy one right there. Only one guy left. Number 16, the deep safety. Cale gave him a little inside-out move. Didn't slow down, just ran on in for the touchdown.
All right, so I assume the clock stops on the
change of possession.
And
extra point is
extra point
untimed.
But he rolled it last on that before that first play, so I'm thinking we're going to have a pretty shortened first half here with the clock running. Going to stay in the swing game. Boy, we got them outnumbered by a bunch, but we didn't run it.
No, there may be, Coach Moppin may be playing the score numbers game. We're close to 50 right now.
We're going to be 8 away with this kick if it goes in, which it did. So 10-17 to go here in the first half. 42-0 Bulldogs. We'll be right back.
Hey, Bulldog athletics and fans, ready to fuel up after the big game? Schlotzsky's in Artesia has the mouth-watering favorites you crave. From our bold sandwiches stacked high to crisp, fresh salads, piping hot pizzas, and fully loaded calzones. There's something for every Bulldog appetite. So whether you're gearing up to play or cheering from the stands, power your Bulldog pride with flavor that always wins. Schlotzsky's Artesia, fueling Bulldog athletes and fans, one bite at a time.
This touchdown summary presented by Perry Conner at Artesia Ford Sales. You'll score a winning deal when you visit with Perry tomorrow. And be sure and ask about Artesia Ford's mobile service. That was a one-play drive, just a little fakes the toss, run the counter with Kale, in for the score. Extra point was good.
And that kick through the end zone, so they'll start their own 20-yard line once again. And Gene just texted in and said that any point in the ballgame, 35-point rule, they run the clock.
They run the clock. So high school football in New Mexico, at any point, if you're up by 35, the clock is a running clock. Now, I think that defensive penalties, change of possession, extra points, that kind of stuff, it stops for timeouts, obviously.
All right, Santa Teresa with the ball in the middle of the field. They've got slot and wide out to the right side. Turn, hand it off, and really nowhere to go again. Although he got up in there, maybe got a yard or two.
You know, offensive line still getting a good push. It just kind of, it's depending on the style of blocking that they're using. Again, that was just a base blocking right up the middle. So they were able to get a little bit of a push before our backers got in on that 2-yard gain.
That was Tortoise again, got 2, so it'll be 2nd down and 8, and the clock is running, so 9:51 and counting. 42-0 is our score here at Bulldog Bowl. The Bulldogs up big. And,
well, if we score again, Jovi, and get 7,
would be 49.
49.
But we can go for 2. We've been not running it on that swinging gate.
Yeah, it kind of depends on what coaches want to do.
Sure.
I mean, I don't want to get out ahead of us, but.
Trips to the right side, which is the short side. Snap is back. He's going to pump fake it. Now he's going to try to go deep again. Again, he's going to overthrow. Way overthrown, and so that'll bring up a 3rd down and 8.
Well, you've got a backup quarterback. I'm sure they've been working on the deep throw, but even last week against Lovington, you know, Derek had a hard time hitting our guys on the deep route. It's just a low percentage throw. But here with Jack on that backside post just a couple of drives ago, perfect throw, perfect catch. So those are, you know, deep balls. You hope to get 50% of those completed in a game, and that's really good if you can get 50% deep ball.
Yeah. All right, so 3rd and 8, it's around 22, 8:50 and counting. We will have the band at halftime and the Tape Branch Fan of the Week. So if it does happen to end in a 50-0, then that would be, we'll still have that stuff. So make sure you don't leave. All right, and I've just got a text, and we got a penalty on the field, or did they call timeout? No, false start. Okay, this is from Riney Williams. He's been an official for years and years. He might have retired, but I also know, was he retired, Josh? Riney, did he retire? Well, anyway, I know he was over the officials for a while, and he would be up here. But new rule a few years ago, 35-point advantage running clock at that time. So I just forgot about it. So he says a few years ago. Thank you, Riney.
Mr. Williams, we can count on him.
Yep. All right, trips to the left side, which is the short side. Snap is back. Oh, man. Sack.
What a great sack. Bulldogs come through off the edge there.
Who was that?
Maybe Soto.
Number 90, isn't it? Oh, that was Baeza?
Brandon Baeza is who Danny Parker said.
He just went over the top of the tackle and tackled him and the quarterback.
Ran right through the tackle, went right over the top. What a great Bulldog sack. When it's time for a new truck, don't get sacked. Get a great deal from Justin Edwards at Artesia Ford Sales, and be sure to ask about Artesia Ford's mobile service.
All right, 4th down and a bunch. Bulldogs look like they're coming after it. They blocked it. It's going to go out the back of the end zone. They tried to get to it.
Couldn't get to it.
So that is a safety. So 44-0. And we'll go ahead and jump to a break right here. As the Bulldog, who got to that tie? Was it 52?
Yeah.
Yep, it was Marco. All right, we're going to take a quick break. The score now 44-0 with 7:16 to go here in the first half. We'll be right back.
It's too bad the Eastern New Mexico State Fair doesn't have a category for weeds, because with all the rain we've had, they'd be giving out lots of blue ribbons. Hi, this is Ben Manette from Roswell Seed Company. We have powerful products to get rid of the hardiest weeds, and most important, we can tell you exactly how and when to use them to get the job done. Yeah, this year's weeds are certainly impressive, but at least they're green.
We have one. All right, Ty was just starting to talk about that punt formation. Ty, go ahead.
Well, I didn't notice it there earlier punts, but they had wide splits on the left side of the offense. And on the right side, they had tight splits. They had a guard and a tackle on the right, and then on the left side, they had a guard, tackle, and tight end, but they didn't block anybody. All of our guys ran straight through those wide splits. They didn't block a single guy.
And
some
the
confusion.
Yeah, the officials were thinking
on the safety. The officials were on the wrong end.
And did we kick it from the 35 on the free kick? I guess we do. That's where they're setting the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a little bit of a penalty involved when you get a safety against you.
All right, so the Bulldogs will kick off return team on the field. And number 4 has been kicking for him the whole time. Dueñez, the quarterback.
He's got a big leg.
He does. And here comes the kick. And he's going to kick an onside-er, and they're going to let it go back to the, and then it's just going to run down the sideline, and that's Para. He's still on his feet. He's going to break and go. They're not going to be able to catch him. He spun out of a tackle tie. 10-5, touchdown, Artesia. That's 50, but I think we got to get to the half at the end.
Well, Kel and I talked about the game coming into it. We knew Santee was down. And I told him, I said, son, if you get the ball, you just need to try to score, because at some point during the game, teams that are down like that, they won't pursue as hard. They won't chase. Right there, Bryce got wrapped up, but the rest of the Desert Warriors just stopped, and Bryce spun out of it. And then there was nobody left. You gotta have people pursuing and rallying to the ball. And Santee, at this point in the game, they're just not getting there.
All right, so the score now 50-0 with 7:05 to go here in the first half as the Bulldogs line up in the PAT. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. We're going to take another break. Bulldogs lead 51-0. We'll be right back.
If you love to drive or even not so much, take your car to the place with the magic touch, Big O. Big O Tires. These road trippers set to explore. Just one last person to see before it's Sam. Big O Sam. Wherever they're headed, they stay on track. She's the gal that gets them there and back. It's Sam. Big O Sam.
Right now, prepare for fall with $80 to $100 instant savings on 4 select in-stock tires with installation purchase. Use your Big O credit card and get $50 in rebate savings and 0 interest if paid in full within 12 or 6 months. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Artesia Ford Sales, your score a winning deal when you visit with Perry tomorrow.
You know what?
To ask about Artesia Ford's mobile service. That was a kickoff return for a touchdown. Bryce Para picked that up around the Artesia 40-yard line and took it the distance. Extra point was good.
All right, here's the kick. Going to kick it high and deep. And that's going to bounce right at the end zone and go into the end zone, so it'll be a touchback. I like the way the Bulldogs, look at that, running as hard as they can, racing each other down the field was the kickoff return or kickoff team.
Bring it out to the 20 to start their drive. Desert Warriors, I'm sure, are discouraged at this point.
Yeah, it's tough. You know, when I was talking to coaches this week, and I think I even said this when Coach Maupin and I were visiting, doing the interview, I said, you know, it's a tough matchup when they changed the districts and they put everybody in the South in the same district, kind of the SEC, and you know, it's hard on Santee when they're getting to play Roswell and Lovington and Goddard and Artesia that used to be in their own district, you know.
Yeah, it's just a different style that the NMA came up with, and we'll see how it continues to go and unravel.
Snap is back. Going to throw it over on the little screen, and the receiver catches it, and he's going to maybe pick up a yard as he's slung out of bounds.
We've got some subs in there. Looks like our defensive fronts changed up, our linebackers. That was a nice swing pass, but our secondary was coming down hard. Good pursuit from the interior linemen as well.
Bring up a second down and about 9. As he was slung out there to get the 1-yard pickup. 6-12 and going, and Santee going to take their time, which I would. Just work on basics, try to get some stuff in here offensively.
We have number 32, Johnny Chavez, has been playing most of the game. He's over here at left corner.
Yeah, he's been playing the whole game. Yeah.
Looks like 22, Juan Galindo, Memo's in the game at linebacker. Corbin Dominguez sneaking up. He's in the game at linebacker.
Looking to throw it again. He's going to toss it down the field, out of bounds. That'll be an incompletion. It'll be third down and 9.
Isaac Guerrero's in the game, linebacker number 40. I think that's Kincaid on the far side over there.
It is.
That tall kid.
Mm-hmm.
So Clay Kincaid is in the game.
Mm-hmm.
60, I can't see who our 5 technique over here on
63.
this. 63. That's Braden Partlow. Braden's a good-looking kid. Got some height. I know he's a basketball player also.
All right, so Santa Teresa will come out of the huddle with they ain't out yet on the play clock. Now they're coming out. Down to 5:06 and counting, of course, on the game clock. Quarterback Dueñez in the backfield brings the man in motion. We're going to have a false start. Now back them up 5. It'll be third down and 14.
Got scores on the big jumbotron over there, Joby, if you can see them.
Well, I saw them too late. Yep.
Now they're advertising the concession stand.
Yep. And the band's coming out, so make sure you stay right here. We'll have the band live on the halftime show, and then we'll also have the Tape Branch Fan of the Week with Gene Dow and the Tape Branch Fan of the Week. So stay right here if you're out there in interwebs world or on the radio. You get to see the band.
I know you already said it. You got a whole host of little future Bulldog cheerleaders down there getting their airplane arm linked apart from each other so they can dance.
Yeah, I was just about to say it again, so you perfect timing. Snap is back. He's looking to throw the ball. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a man if he can get to it, and he tried to run over to it, and again, we got behind that time. That was 37 over there giving chase for the Bulldogs. The pass was intended for number 6, I believe.
R.J. Escarlino, he was giving chase, but boy, that was a long, high, almost a punt throw, and they just couldn't quite get there.
All right, so it'll bring up a 4th down and about 15, and punting team coming out, punt return coming out for the Bulldogs. It was Nellie Allen's going to be our fan of the week, so Gene give me the heads up. Nellie Allen. And so you want to stay tuned right here, KSVP Radio, KSVPTV.com. If you're listening on the radio, I encourage you to go over to KSVPTV.com and pull it up on the big screen and watch the band and also watch the fan of the week here at the half. And you can also see, as Ty pointed out, got a bunch of young ladies on the field with their cheerleaders. They've been cheering the whole second quarter.
Having a lot of fun down there. That last play, there was some defensive linemen got in the quarterback's face. Jonah DePorto was playing nose. He got in there. And Clay Kincaid as well got in there.
All right, a timeout by Santa Teresa, so we're going to go ahead and take one as well. 51-0, 3:04 to go in the first half. Bulldogs going to get the win.
Are you ready to succeed?
Hi, my name is Chance with Trustmark Roofing and Windows, and here's what you should expect during your window inspection. Upon my arrival, you'll receive a 15-minute courtesy call letting you know I'm on the way. Once I'm in your home, I'm going to be checking for moisture indication, functionality, and any kind of energy efficiency improvements to the inside and outside of your home. After my inspection, I'll give you my professional opinion, and then you can decide whether you want a no-obligation quote. Myself or the office will contact you to set up a date when I can show you my products and options.
Try to get another defensive, trying to get, yeah.
Punt team's right side, we're loaded up.
Snap is back. We are going to set up a punt return. And
Dale's waving, get away.
Yeah, because it takes a bad bounce for Santa T, bounces backwards, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. That's about the 24-yard line of the Desert Warriors.
We're going to see a wholesale substitutions here for the offense.
So the clock is running. We're down to 2:40. And so in our district, Roswell 26, Gadsden 0, Lovington 21, Mayfield 6, and Deming 19, Goddard 32 in the 4th with 11:06 to go. Roswell in the 3rd quarter with 5 minutes to go, and 21-6, Lovington in the 2nd quarter. All right, so we got a new quarterback. Is that Atkins? He's going to run a speed option, pitch it kind of behind. Who is that, Ray Ray?
That's Ray Ray.
Ray Ray makes a man miss. He spins forward, and he just made a lot out of nothing, Ty.
Ray Ray's determined. He wants to take advantage of every rep he gets. Lucas ran the option real well, just kind of shoved it to his back shoulder, and Ray Ray couldn't handle it. Well, it was probably further than his back shoulder. I mean, he was behind. Ray Ray did the best he could and scooped it off the ground and then made something out of nothing. He ended up with 7-yard gain.
All right, we're down to 145 as Atkins gets his play from Coach Maupin. 51-0, Bulldogs are going to get this win and move into their off week next week.
Looks like Holt Crawford's out at the X and Destin Pacheco at the 2 at the slot. I'll try to get some more numbers.
Snap is back, fake the handoff, and that's
Holt.
Holt, and he's going to spin inside the 5-yard line. It's just driving forward, finally knocked down at the 5-yard line.
Holt's our holder on PAT, and he plays on almost every special team. He's getting his chance to get some throw and catch here in this game. Great run, real determined run.
All right, so down, we're going to be under a minute before we run a play here. Coach letting that play clock run, 35 seconds and counting. As the game clock down to 53 seconds and counting. And Goddard now 40, Deming 19, just got an update. All right, first and goal at the 5-yard line. Staying in our A formation look. Ray Cano behind Atkins, the quarterback, going to run the speed option. He pitches it out to him, and guess what? Touchdown Artesia.
Touchdown Bulldog, speed option. That was a good pitch by Lucas. Ray took it right in.
Good blocking, good execution by Lucas on the pitch. Hit him perfectly in stride, and Ray made the rest happen. He's got speed, and he got to that corner. 57-0 Bulldogs. 32 seconds to go in the ball game, so that likely was the last play besides the kickoff. Although Santee, they won't have to run a play. Snap is back, kick is up, and the kick is good. 58-0 Bulldogs. We'll take another break.
Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, home-owned and operated for over 50 years, and here for all your plumbing, heating, and cooling needs. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has the expertise to install residential, commercial, and industrial air conditioning units, including the conversion of evaporative coolers to refrigerated air systems. Cut cooling costs with high-efficiency Carrier units from Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, your authorized Carrier dealer. Artesia Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, a proud sponsor of the Artesia Bulldogs and our community for over 50 years.
This touchdown summary presented by Perry Connor at Artesia Ford Sales. You'll score a winning deal when you visit with Perry tomorrow. And be sure and ask about Artesia Ford's mobile service. That was a 3-play drive, 24 yards total. 5-yard touchdown run by Ray Cano. The kick by Corbin Dominguez was good.
All right, so 58-0 with 32 seconds to go. Here's the kick from Corbin. Going to kick it deep, and that's going to land in the end zone about 3 yards deep. So it'll be another touchback, and the offense for Santee will have 32 seconds to run a play or two if they choose to.
That was a booming kick.
Yeah, he kicked it really high.
Really high.
But deep. It landed 3 yards deep, and he can kick it pretty much anywhere. Probably one of the best kickers in the state, no
Real
doubt.
talented junior kicker, and I think I mentioned it on another broadcast, but last summer I saw him and his mom kicking out at J.C. Park on those turf fields. Just those two. She was over the fence because he was booming them. And she'd bring him in, throw him to him, and he'd set it up and kick it again. When you see kids working like that, you really want to see them be successful, and Corbin is just a fantastic kicker.
All right, so they're going to line up with trips to the right, ball in the middle of the field, one receiver to the left, running back in the pistol behind the quarterback, Dueñez. And he's going to bring him over to his right, and that running back has been in there all game, playing hard. Julian Torres, snap is back. Going to throw it out here to number 6. It's caught. Bulldogs come downhill quickly. He kind of bounces off 2 or 3 of them, and then finally made the tackle. Who was that, number?
Johnny Chavez.
89 for the Bulldogs.
It's Ulysses Montanez with the tackle there. He bounced off somebody, hit him pretty hard, and he just kind of bounced.
Yeah, we didn't wrap him up. Got a couple of good licks on him, but he kind of just bounced and then spun, and then was finally tackled. All right, they're going to try to get one more play in, but it's not going to happen. That's the ball game. The Artesia Bulldogs win 58-0. We should see the band, and they are getting ready. And Ty, thank you again for calling with me. We've got an off week next week, and during the interview I talked about that, and Coach Maupin explained that. And I told him, I said, I'm glad. That's why I asked you about it, because some people think that means they take the week off. And he said, it couldn't be further from the truth. We got a lot of things going on. We practice.
Yeah.
And so it's an off week in terms of no game. But for all the fans out there listening or watching, the Bulldogs don't take a week off. They just don't have a game. They do some other things extracurricular, have dinner, and they'll serve some breakfast or something during the week, but they have normal practice.
Yeah, rearrange the week a little bit. You hope your guys that are hurt, you get a chance to take a week off to get them healed up a little bit, and rearrange the schedule. I think tomorrow Coach Moppin will give the boys the day off. Normally they come in early to lift and run and then watch film, but he'll give them tomorrow off. And then next Friday, since we don't have a game, the coaches will go scouting, and the players will have a weekend where they can go do some stuff. Go up to the balloon fiesta maybe.
Yep, and they're gonna shake hands. I probably should have run one ad here, but I wanted to make sure we got the full Bulldog band. So I'm gonna go ahead and run an ad, and then when we come back, we'll have the Artesia Pride of the Pecos Valley. So stay right here on KSVP Radio and KSVP. Well, so the Bulldog's gonna head over. So maybe I'm gonna take a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back.
Sometimes that dog barking is an Artesia Bulldog preparing for victory. Most of the time, however, it's probably just the family pet asking for attention. Artesia Animal Clinic provides a full range of services for just about any size pet or animal. Our new clinic has been expanded to provide better quality of care, including an in-house laboratory, radiology, surgery, herd health, and more. So the next time your pet looks like they could use some extra care, come by Artesia Animal Clinic in our newly remodeled and expanded facility at 110 West Mahone Drive.
All right, welcome back here as the Artesia Bulldogs win 58-0 at the half. But right here on KSVP Radio, KSVPTV.com, we're going to keep it right here as the Bulldog Marching Band is setting up. And they're going to do their halftime show. The Bulldogs football team didn't do their normal stuff. They'll wait till after the band, as they've all gone down into the end zone and sat down with their helmets off and going to enjoy the marching band. They never get to do that, so they get to see the band today. And you guys do too as well. I know, just a reminder that the Artesia Lady Bulldog volleyball team is up at a really good tournament in Albuquerque, playing in the St. Pius and Academy volleyball tournament. Bulldogs play tomorrow. Real hard to do tournaments, so we're not up there. KSVP is not up there, but you can probably watch on Facebook, and there'll be updates all along during the day as the Bulldogs, the number 3 ranked team in the state in both Max Preps and the coaches poll, will be up there playing in a good tournament. They're going to get to see the best in the state. They were defeated. I think they were defeated because they won third today in their pool, which was St. Pius and Portales, and they lost to those guys, I think. So that's how they got third. But Portales, of course, in our district. Now those games in the pool play don't count towards wins or losses, but just the pool play to set up the tournament, which will take place tomorrow. And I'm going to look again while the band's still getting ready. Let's see here. Gene had sent me some info on that, and I talked about it before the game started, but I'm going to talk about it again. So from Gene Dow, the Lady Bulldogs came in third in pool play behind St. Pius and Portales. We beat Academy in the quarterfinals and play Pius again tomorrow morning at 11 in the semifinals. And so they actually started the tournament today after pool play, and I think they just played 2 games or 2 sets in pool play. Can win best 2 of 3. But in any case, here comes the band, and I'm going to turn it over to the Artesia Pride of the Pecos Valley Marching Band. Stay right here and watch.
And color guard under the direction of Mrs. Kelsey Drawn. Tonight they will be performing their competitive show, Across the Universe, a show that you have come to love, featuring flute soloist Evelyn Gabon Esparza. Competition season starts this Tuesday in Portales at Eastern New Mexico University, then continues at our own district marching competition here at the Bowl in Artesia on Tuesday, October 14th. State marching competition in Rio Rancho High on Saturday, October 25th, and concludes November 1st in Las Cruces at NMSU for the Tournament of Bands. Bulldog fans, let's give them a round of applause to show them that we support them in this endeavor. Before they begin, the Pride of the Pecos Valley would like to thank all the families, fans, the Artesia Public Schools staff and administration, and all sponsors who helped make their success possible. Special thanks to Edgar and his team at Diamondback Auto who helped repair the truck and trailer for competition season. They are a true class act.
So if you're watching here, you see the band were in a certain set, and then they all ran and got their instruments, which they had laid out. And so they're getting ready to do their show. So continue watching.
Tonight, the pride of the Pegame Salad would like to take some time to recognize their loyal seniors and their incredible parents. Peyton Brooke Barella. Peyton is the daughter of Chino Amaya and Danielle Barella and the stepdaughter of Sloan Baldwin. Peyton has been in band for 7 years and has been in both the clarinet section and the bass drum section, where she has been a section leader. Peyton has been on the leadership team in band, received all ones on her solos during concert season, as well as receiving all ones on her marching district competition. Peyton plans to attend college to major in both accounting and finances and hopes to use her degree to build a successful career. After starting a career, she hopes to one day start a family and build a happy, fulfilling life. Peyton's favorite band memory is being able to march in front of all the families that attend the football games. Cheyenne Allen Bethke. Cheyenne is the daughter of David and Anna Louise Bethke. This is Cheyenne's first year in band and is in the color guard, where she currently serves as the co-captain. Cheyenne plans to attend college to obtain degrees in political science, law, constitutional law, journalism, psychology, sociology, criminal justice, and possibly teaching. One of Cheyenne's favorite memories is learning about all of the fun traditions that the band has, like spinning around while marching back from the games, and all the fun inside jokes that everyone has together. Her favorite quote is, "If you chase perfection, you might catch excellence." Cheyenne Bethke. Emiliano Chavez. Emiliano is the son of Patrick and Karina Chavez. Emiliano has been in band for 7 years and has been part of the clarinet section. He has received all ones on his district marching competition, and he plans to attend a trade school to either be an auto mechanic or an electrician. His favorite memory in band was taking the Corpus Christi trip last spring. Emiliano Chavez. Aiden Ciro. Aiden is the son of Andrea Ciro. Aiden has been in band for 7 years and has been both part of the clarinet and bass clarinet section. Aiden has received the first division on all of his solos since 9th grade and was a soloist for Band 4 at Texas Tech Band and Orchestra Camp this past summer. Aiden plans to attend the University of Texas at Austin to study aeronautics and music education. He also plans to compete at the Olympic trials in 2028 and serve his country as a Navy SEAL. Aiden's favorite memory is going to state contests for concert band Aiden Ciro. Aiden Dawkins. Aiden is the son of Jennifer Dawkins. Aiden has been in band for 6 years and is part of the tuba section, where he served as a section leader this year. Aiden plans to go to trade school and be an electrician. Aiden's favorite memory was the water balloon fight at the end of the first week of summer band. His favorite band quote is, "You only get one chance to make a good first impression." Aiden Dawkins. Evelyn Galon Esparza. Evelyn is the daughter of Daniel Velasquez and Lino Ivan Esparza. Evelyn has been in band for 6 years and is part of the flute section. She's currently on the leadership team and social media team. She's received the first division on all of her solos and got to travel to San Antonio, where she played on the USS Lexington. Evelyn plans on attending Eastern New Mexico University to major in forensic anthropology and minor in political science. Evelyn's favorite band memory is going to San Antonio, going to the beach, and having fun with everyone. Evelyn Galon Esparza. Haley Paige Harris. Haley is the daughter of Chad and Aaron Harris. Haley has been in band for 7 years and is part of the flute section, where she currently serves as section leader. Haley's been selected to perform in the All-District Honor Band her freshman year and the New Mexico All-State Band her junior year. Haley plans to attend Brigham Young University at Idaho to study biomedical science and physiology and pathology. Haley Paige Harris. Her favorite memory is eating cupcakes and doing cartwheels in the band hall at 11 o'clock after football games. I forgot that part. Charlize Alana Madrid. Charlize is the daughter of Brandon and Bianca Madrid. She's been in band for 7 years in the trombone and front ensemble section. Charlize is the leadership team and social media team. She has also received a first division on all of her solos. Charlize plans to go to West Texas A&M to study music. She wants to eventually settle down in Lubbock, get married, and have 2 dogs named Duke and Maisie, and a cat named Cliff. Charlize's favorite band memory is one Friday night after the game they got locked out of Morris Field while it was raining. People started climbing the wall, and people that couldn't piled onto the back of the band mom's truck. Charlize Madrid. Amanda Jean Murphy. Amanda is the daughter of Ken and Amy Murphy. Amanda has been in band for 7 years in the alto saxophone and front ensemble section, where she currently serves as a section leader. Amanda has received a first division on her solos and got to travel to San Antonio, where she played on the USS Lexington. Amanda plans to go to college to study to be a veterinary technician. Her favorite quote is Ms. Dillon's famous, "Oh, happy day." Amanda Murphy. Eileen Villalobos Yescus. Eileen is the daughter of Nasadio Casadas and Cecilia Yescus. Eileen has been in band for 7 years and is in the clarinet section, where she currently serves as section leader. She is also in the jazz band, where she plays alto saxophone. Eileen has received the first division on all of her solos, got to travel to San Antonio, where she played on the U.S. Lexington as well. After graduation, Eileen plans to join the Air Force. Her favorite band memory is going on the band trip to San Antonio. Eileen Yescus. The directors would like to thank the seniors for their tenacity through the pandemic and for a shift in leadership. We love you all and cannot wait to see you next year at homecoming to hear about your successes and how you're changing the world around you. Remember to pursue excellence relentlessly in everything you do. We are proud to be your directors. Once a Bulldog, always a Bulldog.
All right, Bulldog fans, stay right here. We're going to start the Tape Branch halftime show, which will end up being the Tape Branch end of the game show. But we're going to have the Tape Branch Fan of the Week in here, so stay tuned for that. Coming up right here on KSVP Radio and KSVPTV.com.
Attention Southeast New Mexico. The Tape Branch invoice sale is happening right now. For a limited time, every new car is priced at invoice minus rebates. That means you pay less than we paid for the car. We're talking thousands of dollars in savings. And here's the best part. Every car comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty for peace of mind, mile after mile. Come see why so many families choose Tape Branch. Here we price fairly, treat you like family, and provide exceptional customer service every step of the way. Don't wait. Drive home your dream car today during the Tape Branch invoice sale. Tape Branch. Experience the difference.
Looking for power, performance, and a whole lot of game day style? Come to Major Supply, your one-stop shop for industrial goods and outdoor gear. With the brands you trust, Milwaukee, Rigid, and much more. Built for the job site and tough enough for any task. And when the work's done, gear up for game day with team apparel, now. Sunglasses and all the sporting equipment you need to play hard and cheer harder. Tools, threads, and everything in between. Stop by today at 1808 South 1st in Artesia or check them out online at majorsupplyllc.com.
Supporting Artesia General Hospital means supporting our community. Renewing the mill levy keeps healthcare close to home with state-of-the-art technology, hospital upgrades, and expanded services that benefit every Artesia family. From surgery and women's health to local jobs, your yes vote makes the real difference. Vote yes to renew the Artesia General Hospital mill levy and keep quality care right here at home. Learn more at artesiageneral.com. 2025-mill-levy.
It is much easier to prevent business fraud than to clean up the damage after fraudulent activities. First American Bank is committed to introducing the newest technology and treasury management solutions. American Bank is your business partner. We can help you with our recommended fraud prevention products and best practices to proactively keep your business finances more secure. Talk to a banker today to find out more. First American Bank, your local first community bank since 1903. Member FDIC.
Incredible in Artesia is open for business, ready to give you the hometown quality and customer service you know and love. Georgia and her team specialize in in-house design for quality custom business cards at a competitive price. From scanning to desktop publishing, if you need it, they can do it. On Main Street across from the Derrick Floor statue in downtown Artesia. For all your printing needs, think Incredible.
Did you know that God values relationships? At Faith Baptist Church, we exist to begin, build, and broaden a relationship with God and with others. We want a relationship with God through faith in His Son, Jesus Christ, as our Savior. And we also want a relationship with others in a healthy biblical community. Come join us as we strive together to go from where we are to where God wants us to be. 10:30 on Sunday mornings and 6:15 on Wednesday evenings.
In Artesia or visit fbcartesia.com.
When you or your loved one is miles away from the nearest hospital, Trans-Aero Medevac has you covered. Out in the oil field, accidents can't wait. The Trans-Aero Helicopter Medical Evacuation Response Team gets critical care to you fast, no matter how remote the site. When every second counts, trust the fastest lifeline in the sky, Trans-Aero Medevac. Proudly serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. Loan for free thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
And welcome back to our Tate Branch Fan of the Week halftime segment. And we've got an exciting run of guests that we've had so far this season. And today is no exception. We have Miss Nellie Allen with us today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I say good morning as we're recording this. Maybe we'll take that out in post. Anyway, thanks so much for doing this with us today. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
So you're a longtime resident of Artesia.
Yes.
But not originally from Artesia.
Yes.
Tell us the story, how you wound up here.
We moved here in 1977 from Roswell and opened up a branch of Allen Roofing Company, an office here.
That's right. But originally Elida?
I'm originally born and raised in Elida, New Mexico.
So you're born in Elida?
Yes, I was born in Elida.
Not at a hospital, right?
There was a little clinic there.
Okay.
And the doctor was Dr. Miller.
Dr. Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Well, most of us have driven through Elida on our way to Portales or Clovis or something like that. What was it like those first few years there in Elida? Was it a busy town at that time?
At that time, it was very busy, yes. It was a pretty large, it was more of a ranching, farming community. There was 2 grocery stores, 5 filling stations, and now we're down.
Well, that's good. Everybody has to come from somewhere, and
yes.
You might as well come from there. So you moved to Artesia. You've got the business. You're helping with the business. Family here?
Yes. We got a son and a daughter. My daughter is in Farwell, and she teaches in Clovis at Marshall Junior High. And my son is a puncturist, and he lives in North Carolina.
Wow. And they both went to Artesia High School?
Yes, they both went to Artesia High.
Did they participate in any extracurricular activities?
Lance played basketball.
Okay.
He was not a football player. He played basketball.
Uh-huh.
And He graduated in 1987. Michelle graduated in 1984.
Okay, and then they've gone on to
Gone on, both went to college and got degrees. And
Sure.
Yes.
But growing up here, you kind of, and living here, you kind of have to go to the football games, don't you?
Yes.
Tell us about your experience going to Artesia Bulldog football games.
Well, we've always supported all the athletics and the football games, and always been at all the home games, and always supported the football program.
Sure. Do you have reserve seats, or you just take your chance?
We used to have reserve seats,
Yeah.
but we just take our chance now.
Well, depending on the night, that can be kind of tough, can't
Yes,
it?
yes.
Like homecoming last week, that was a packed
It was
stadium.
a packed crowd.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was a lot of fun. Did you take time to go to some of the out-of-town games?
We used to go to several of the out of town, not so much anymore.
Sure. Any memories or favorite games that you remember?
I remember after we moved here, and I'm thinking it was probably in the 80s, and it was state game, and it had snowed, and they had to clean the field off and all the bleachers and the stands, and it was so cold sitting out there at the game.
I can imagine.
Yeah. I think that was in the 80s.
Yeah, I do remember one. After I moved here in 91, there was one in the early 90s, and Roswell had a game that same day.
Uh-huh.
Bulldog Bowl was clean. They got those bleachers cleaned off, and the field was swept off, and they played on ice in Roswell.
Wow.
A lot different volunteer turnout here than there.
And it could have been in the 90s. I just remember how cold it was, and
Yeah.
trying to stay warm.
Not something we usually do for football around
No.
here. Yeah. Well, that is great. You have any other memories of Bulldog football or games or trips that just stand out in your mind?
Not really. We just usually go to all the state games when they're at home, and
Yeah.
supported them.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about Friday night football at Artesia? I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, just the crowd and the support of the fans.
Yeah, there's quite a bit, isn't there?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
What do you think of those new lights?
I like them. I
Yeah.
think they're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when Artesia scores.
Yes, when they blink, and it's pretty cool.
I still get startled by the cannon from time to time.
Occasionally I will. I'm usually ready for it, but
Well, I am
occasionally-
too. We just scored. I know it's happening, and it goes off, and I still jump.
Yes.
It's a lot of fun.
Right.
Well, that's great. Now you mentioned that the roofing company when you moved here, and then you had another career after that, didn't you?
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I was 48 years old and went back to school. I went to massage school in Las Cruces and become a massage therapist, and worked for 17 years doing massage. I'm retired now,
Yeah.
but it was a wonderful profession.
Yeah, that's quite a change from roofing to massage.
Yes. We also owned Artesia Soft Water.
Okay.
We bought the soft water business in '86, I believe, and I ran that until '93, and then that's when I went to massage school.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's great. You've been a part of Artesia for quite a while now.
Yes, Artesia's home. Artesia's where I want to be. It's home, and love the people, the friendliness. It's just a wonderful town.
It is. And for doing this today, we have a couple gifts for you.
Okay.
Thanks to our friends here at Tate Branch, we've got an official Tate Branch Fan of the Week mug that we'd like to present to you.
Thank you very much.
You've probably seen a few of those around town.
Yes, I have.
Now you have one.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
And then we also have for you, from our friends at Adobe Rose, we have a $50 gift card that we like to give to you so that you can take whoever you like with you, or just use it on yourself.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Oh, very good. Nellie, thanks for doing this.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate our fan of the week this week, Nellie Allen. And if you have someone that you think could be a good candidate for fan of the week, we'd love to hear from you. Get a hold of Perry here at Tate Branch. And who knows, we'll get him in the season before, we got about 4. Well, wait a minute. We have 3 more games after this and 3 more playoff games. So we've got 6 more games that we could have fans of the week. So help us out if you would. All right, that's it for our segment today. Stay tuned. We'll get you back to the second half coming up next.
Happening right now. For a limited time, every new car is priced at invoice minus rebates. That means you pay less than we paid for the car. We're talking thousands of dollars in savings. And here's the best part. Every car comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty for peace of mind, mile after mile. Come see why so many families choose Tate Branch. Here we price fairly, treat you like family, and provide exceptional customer service every step of the way. Don't wait. Drive home your dream car today during the Tate Branch invoice sale. Tate Branch. Experience the difference.
Hi Artesia, Cambria here from your local KFC and Taco Bell. And boy, do I have some amazing Tuesday deals for you. If you're grabbing a quick bite for yourself, you gotta try our country fried steak meal. This includes our delicious home-style country fried steak patty served with mashed potatoes and white gravy, creamy coleslaw, and a buttermilk biscuit, all just for $4.99. Looking to feed the whole fam? We got you covered. Try our $20 meal deal. This includes 8 pieces of all dark meat chicken, large mashed potatoes and gravy, a large coleslaw, and 4 buttermilk biscuits. As always, we hope to see you soon at your local KFC and Taco Bell.
Get ready, Artesia. Reliable Tent LLC is celebrating the grand opening of their brand new location at 1416 South 1st Street. Join us Monday, ribbon cutting at 9 a.m. Doors are open from 8 to 6 with free hot dogs and hamburgers served from 11 to 1. Plus, every visitor gets a raffle ticket for your chance to win big. First prize, $300 tent or glass replacement credit. Second prize, a brand new grill. And third prize, a $50 gift card. Don't miss it. That's Reliable Tent LLC, 1416 South 1st Street in Artesia. See you there.
RE/MAX Axiom, located in the heart of downtown Artesia at 402 West Main, Suite D and E, is staffed with certified full-service professional brokers. Whether you're buying or selling a home, the professionals at RE/MAX Axiom will lead you through every step of the process. Visit their website, remaxnmaxiom.com, or call 575-255-0111 to speak with a licensed broker. RE/MAX, voted the most trusted name in real estate, and RE/MAX Axiom are proud supporters of our community and all Bulldog activities. We have a big name, but a small town feel. We rise by lifting others. To be a champion, each team member must do their part to help the team win. That is true in business too. Edge Safety and Services LLC want to do their part to help your business win. They specialize in several field services: sandblasting, coating steamers, pressure washing, repairs, and cleanouts. Edge Safety also offers drug and alcohol screening and on-site services and safety trainings to make you better. Edge Safety and Services LLC, 575-736-1047. Proud supporter of the Artesia Bulldogs.
Family owned and operated for 4 generations, Forest Tire is here to service all your tire needs day and night. With your busy travel schedule, what you need is a tire that can keep up. Like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire with an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety you expect. You can lose track of time and focus on what really matters. For all your tire needs, brakes and alignments too, Forest Tire Company is a friend count on. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
There really is no one quite like you, and no one quite like the ones you love. At Terpening & Son Mortuary, they take pride in providing families with the best service possible. The phrase, "we make it personal," is not just a tagline. It's the way they conduct themselves every day as they honor the ones you love in their own unique and special way. Located at 611 West Grand in Artesia. Visit artesiafunerals.com to learn more. Terpening & Son Mortuary, proudly serving our community and your family since 1954.
All right, welcome back here to the Tate Branch, what turned out to be post-game show. And we had the band, and then we had the Tate Branch Fan of the Week, and now we're going to go ahead and have the stats to kind of close things out. So Josh Howard will have those right now.
Here's your game stats for the Santa Teresa Desert Warriors. They had 3 first downs, 15 rushes for 11 yards, 3 receptions for 14 yards, for 14 yards passing. Tonight they were 3 for 15 passing, no touchdowns, no interceptions. They had 1 fumble lost, 7 penalties for 50 yards. They were 1 for 14 on 3rd down conversions and 1 for 1 on 4th down conversions. For your Bulldogs, we had 12 first downs, 5 rushes for 35 yards, 10 receptions for 213 yards passing. Warren tonight was 10 for 16. 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 2 fumbles lost. We had 1 penalty for 10 yards. We were 1 for 3 on third down conversions and 1 for 1 on fourth down conversion. The stat leaders for Santa Teresa tonight rushing was Torres, 8 for 12. Alvarez was 5 for 6. And then Duenas was 2 for -7. Those were on the sacks tonight that he lost yardage. Passing, Duenas was 3 for 15 for 14 yards. Leading the way receiving was Minez, 1 for 8. And then Arellano was 2 for 6. Your leaders for the Bulldogs rushing was Parra, 3 for 22, a touchdown, 1 fumble. And then Ray Cano had 2 rushes for 13 yards and a touchdown. Derek Warren tonight passing, he was 10 for 13 for 204 yards and 4 touchdowns. Lucas Atkins was 1 for 1 for 12 yards. Leading the way receiving was Trent Eglin, 2 receptions for 62 yards and a touchdown. Byers had 1 for 62 yards. Whitehead had 3 receptions for 39 yards and a touchdown. Kel Hodling was 1 for 24 yards and a touchdown. Jet Fuentes had 2 receptions for 14 yards and a touchdown. And then Holt Crawford, 1 for 12. Defensively, we had some really good defensive stats tonight, but our 2 sacks were by Sergio Robles, and then also Brandon Baeza had a sack tonight for the Bulldogs. So complete domination by the Artesia Bulldogs tonight. Great. The best stat of the night was 58-0 Artesia Bulldogs.
Yeah, 58-0, a big score, and somewhat expected, but you never know. You know, they're high school athletes, but a great game by the Artesia Bulldogs. And on behalf of our staff, I believe Oscar produced tonight. We had Jackie and Bradley. I should have got them from everybody, and I forgot to ask for who all was up there. But also know Pettis was up there. I can't, his first name is escaping me, but
Nick.
Yep, yeah, he was up there, part of the team, and of course my brother Ty Hodling and Josh Howard, our statistician. And so this is Joby Hodling saying, I hope you have a great evening, and we'll see you at church on Sunday.
Hi, this is Danny Kirkendall with Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. We're celebrating 100 years in business here on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia, and we invite you to come see us for your new Chevy, GMC, or a just perfect pre-owned vehicle. Our GM certified team is ready to assist you, so give us a call at 575-746-3551 or visit us online at guychevy.com.
Guy Chevrolet celebrating 100 years at the corner of 1st and Main in downtown Artesia. As the seasons change, it can be a great time to refresh your oral health too. Here's a few fall tooth care tips from Smile Expressions in Artesia. Fall is